I knew it was something with power.
Huh?
I knew it was something with power. Hums are always power.
Right. All right, we're 10 minutes late. Come on, Antonio, let's go. We're 10 minutes late, let's go.
Can you keep time tonight?
Yeah.
Pretty good. So like at 8:15, let me know and I'll check the battery level.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Yep. Isn't that something?
That's funny. All right. Let's go.
Let's do this, fellas.
A little different setup tonight.
Yeah. I'm okay with
A
it.
while since we've all been within touching range.
Right? Next thing you know, we got to start pulling nipples out, you know.
It is summertime.
Right.
Or almost.
Right.
We're close enough.
Fucking good enough for me, damn it.
All right, let's go. Live vid. All right. Exit out on this right here. Get this right here.
Right here.
Right here.
Ha.
Right there in the throat.
Ooh.
All right, here we go. Oh, sounds good. My voice is nice and smooth, silky.
Oh, Lord.
Here we go again.
Right.
It's Antonio and the three dopes.
Right.
Okay, here we go. Your brothers ready?
Yep.
Here we go. So we're gonna do cuffing season.
Yep.
And lead into the STD
Yep.
statistics. So this is gonna be fun. You gonna love this. Here we go. Going live. 3, 2. Oh, good love, man. Girl got plenty good love, man.
Ask me how I know.
And I'll tell you so. She used to be my girl. I respect her. And you should respect us too, ladies and gentlemen. We are the Three Dopes. Welcome to the What's Wrong with Him podcast. I am the guy, King Black Pacino. What's going on? To my left is the man need no intro, but you're going to get it any goddamn way. Ladies and gentlemen, my boy, Daddy. What's going on,
What's
Pippin?
going on? Happy April 10th.
What was that?
Damn.
Damn.
It just started last week.
Yeah, my
It
oldest
did.
daughter's birthday's in 2 days, so yeah. It's
Oh, ask me how I know.
Right.
Because I burnt you so. You dig? Yes, sir. And to my right, he is scrumptious. He's scrumptious.
Nope.
He's delicious.
He might be nutritious too.
And he is seasoned. See the salt and pepper? You see the salt and pepper? You hear me? Ladies, stepdaddy, what's going on, pimpin'?
Hi, internets. How you doing?
Hi, Internet.
Hi, internet. Hi.
Before we jump off into the intro, let's tell the watchers why we had a delay problem. Because, you know, we go on at 7.
Mm-hmm.
We had a...
It was David Ruffin this time.
Yeah, it was all Mr. David Ruffin. We were having problems with our headsets.
And this is who David Ruffin is. You're looking at him right now.
Oh, get the hell out of here.
This is David Ruffin in the flesh.
And the Temptations?
Right, you're a lie and a half. I am David Ruffin. No, never. I'm too humble for that shit, man. Fuck that.
He's alive, but we'll take that right now. We'll take it. Oh, so you guys, how was your Easter, brothers? How was your Easter?
Not bad. Very, very relaxing. I didn't even smoke a stogie yesterday. I failed on that part. I didn't even light it up. I had it in my pocket. Didn't even light it up. But it was nice. It was nice. A couple cocktails with some good people, you know.
Too busy celebrating Easter bunnies dropping eggs out their butt?
I mean, possibly.
I did do an adult Easter egg hunt Saturday at my girl Barbie's house.
Okay.
Little airplane bottle shots.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
dog. Yeah, dog.
I missed the chocolates that had the liquor in it.
Yeah, man.
Damn,
Who
that's
used
so
to make that? Was that Hershey?
I don't think so. I don't think Hershey did.
I thought they were
Possibly, but I don't
they
think
made
they
the
did.
chocolate. I don't remember. I remember
That was maybe like Lindor.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
it
too.
was. That's what you're right.
I'm thinking.
You're
Yeah.
right. You're right. That shit was fire.
Well, I missed them days, so we're gonna get to it.
I do like chocolate.
Right?
All right, so fellas, all right, we had a nice Easter. We all drank. We ate good. Well, I didn't. I had a piece of rolls, but it's cool.
Piece of rolls.
I had a piece of rolls. I'm not gonna lie.
Were they at least pastel?
No, they were the Walmart off-brand.
Oh,
You
mega
could have just
fail.
got some watercolor and dunked them and be like pizza roll surprise.
Possibly could have, but yeah. Didn't have it that way, but it was all right. I had some friends come over and keep me company and everything because I didn't feel like going back out and everything. Yeah. Curdy was calling me all damn night and shit. Come out. Nah, I told your man, brother. I told your man. My man.
Oh, he can call you to come out, but he can't come over today?
Right. Facts. Facts.
Ask me how I know. All right, fellas. Hey, let's get this podcast started right. Get it started right. Let's get it going, baby. Holla, 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 holla. Yeah. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you see, it's feeling great outside. I believe it's like, what, 71, 72 right now?
75, I believe.
Ish.
Yeah.
Feels goddamn good, and that lets me know that the winter is over.
Let's hope.
You
Winter?
said that.
Right.
You just pissed off Mother Nature.
Right.
She's
Possibly.
coming back next week with a full fucking
Well,
bench on
not really, because
security.
remember, this is St. Louis.
Here's security pulling up.
Possibly.
No,
As soon as he
Oh,
walks
he
in,
is?
tell him to kick himself out.
Right. You hear me? Kick yourself clean out.
Pat yourself down and kick your own self out.
Right. So as I was saying, winter is over and
Hopefully.
the summer is approaching. And you know what that means, gentlemen?
What's that mean?
Sweaty balls.
Yeah, that too. But I believe these youngins call it.
Chafing.
Right.
I believe the youngins call it hot girl, hot boy.
Oh God.
Summer.
Kill yourself.
I believe they call it these youngins call it hot girl, hot boy summer.
Ain't nobody got time for that whack ass title.
And you know what that comes? That means the end of cuffing season.
What up, security?
That means the end of big boy winter.
So no more cuffing.
Oh no. Now everybody will be single. Everyone's single.
What do you mean will be?
Oh, trust me. Trust me, it happens. You know, I think we should go on a break. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling like cuffed too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think we should get our Rachel and Ross on right now.
We were on a break looking
We should
ass.
we should go on a break. Yes. And with that, a lot of shit will go on, which will lead going back into the winter with a lot of STDs. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, some people don't know how to keep it in the pants or do it and do it right.
What the fuck?
I'm just saying.
How you transition to that?
Oh, because I'm smooth with it, all right? Hot girl summer, hot boy summer leads to, honestly, a hot-ass winter because your shit going to be burning, baby.
Oh, why?
Because you don't know how to take care of yourself. Did you know, honestly, I honestly read, I forgot what journal it is, when I will fact check the article that I read online that November of last year had the highest cases of STDs around America. I believe it was 2,400 cases reported across America last year.
That's frightening.
That's why I stay in the basement.
I was like, you can't get a disease when you playing with yourself, right? Last time I checked.
I've been told self-love
Harry
is the
Palm.
best love.
Maybe Harry
Self-love is the best love.
Just saying. If you can't fuck yourself, I can't fuck you. Hey.
Besides, I gotta learn. Okay, all right, cool. I got a 7-stroke minimum. All right, cool. I gotta, I gotta move and groove, make sure everything's going right.
Yeah, because I'm working on that. Tighten up on that backstroke.
Set it off, I'll suggest, yo. Set it off, I'll suggest, yo. Set it off. Oh, we can set it off.
Set it off, baby.
But no, that shit, like you said, that is fucking frightening and it's fucking scary. And oh my God, I didn't have it written down, the age range of it. And they're young. They're not, of course, our age and everything, but they're young.
So like 18 to 35.
This is around, what was it?
Or 18 to 29.
26 through, what was it, 23 through 34, 35, yes.
Okay.
And that's fucking
So
scary.
college, or just
Yeah.
after college range, so to speak.
Well, we're not in that bracket, so we're good, right?
However, our kids are coming into that bracket, dog.
I mean, facts.
And we don't want that. Like, honestly, I have friends who have, kids, young kids themselves.
Right.
And we don't want them doing that shit either.
Right.
As well as we have children.
Uh-oh.
We have
You
children.
ain't about that smoke.
No, she ain't. Watching my life go down.
Oh my God, is this
How-
the musical edition?
Yes.
We are.
You're gonna have Muppets behind us soon, start
Yeah,
dancing?
of
Yeah, that'd be great.
Well, we can't have. We have smooth. Well, we have smooth voices. Mine's a little smoother. However, but still, like again,
It's all about him, right?
But and also, it's kind
Smooth
of
like stale
again, it's
coffee.
just
Damn. Shots fired.
I only get one tonight. I might as well head fire early. Be done with it.
Oh, you swung for the fences.
Yeah, you did.
And you were called by the right fielder. Me.
You're out.
Right. Nice try, kid. But no, but the serious part of that is like, what is up with this? Like these what is it? Not millennials. They are called
Gen Xers.
Are they Gen Xers?
I think it's Gen Xers because we're technically millennials.
Technically,
By 3 different fucking things I've looked up that we fit the millennium. And
I don't think they're Gen X.
me.
I think Gen Xers were before us.
Yeah, Gen X would be like our older cousins.
So they're not millennials, but they're
And who the hell's
Zennials? Something like
Zennials
that?
Zennials, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. Where now, how these kids now, they all of a sudden don't have feelings.
And they
don't have no fucking emotions.
And they woke. Remember that.
They
all woke.
Go back to sleep.
Now, I don't mind, you know what I'm saying? Look, I don't mind, you know what I'm saying, being...
knock yourself out. Be done with it.
Please knock yourself out.
Again, I don't mind, you know, these kids actually being more mentally awakened by today's, you know, standards, whether it's racial, financial, etc. However, this sexual liberation that these kids now have, Lord have mercy. Just threw me off a little bit. Threw me off a little bit. Oh, that's why.
Yep.
Watching my life go.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, his brain just fell out of his head.
It so did, I'm gonna lie. But they're liberated to do anything. So, of course, you know, I feel that, you know, hey, sweetheart, I got you. The God is here. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, oh, here she is. What is going on, pimpin'? But no, they're liberated to do, you know, anything they want to. They're, you know, can't catch nothing. They are free to be them instead of these modern thinking people. Kids, that's what I call them. So women and men. I guess traditional values are just down the toilet. They don't.
What do you consider tradition?
I don't want to say going true so back to like the 40s, 50s, 60s.
Separate beds?
You know,
right.
Hell no, not that. But more of like you find a woman, you court her. You know that she's not doing nothing of the sort of, you know, bad where every day you gotta prove your love. You know what I mean? Nothing like that. You know, you knocking her down, you're the only one knocking her down. I know that's gone and everything. It's way gone.
That's been gone. And I'm speaking facts for my world. So my mom was one of 12. There was 4 different baby daddies in that mixture. So grandma likes to get down in the day, apparently. So God rest her soul. So that you can't say tradition because that ain't tradition in my family.
I want to sing, for some reason, I want to sing the Luke song, Pop That, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it out of respect. However, I want to sing it.
You cannot do that to Miss Zella May.
I will not do it. Don't stop that minute.
And do the brown.
Do the brown. But no, it is honestly ridiculously funny. And frightening again that these cases are going up like tremendously.
Are they going up? And they hold on. See, this is where I have a problem with these tests and these studies.
All right, let's go.
So they're going up now. They haven't been going up since the 80s, 70s when all this shit
okay,
came
so
to light,
they don't know. This
obviously, you know,
they've been going up. No, they've been going up since the 80s. It has gone up. However, this is for one calendar month nationwide.
How do we know it didn't happen in 2020 when the world was shut down?
We can fact check that. We can fact check that.
You know what I'm saying? Like just because whatever research you got it from, like these motherfuckers been doing studies yearly. And there's how many people in the world? Fucking
8 billion plus.
It's right. These motherfuckers.
So the numbers are going to be higher because there's more people now than there was 35 years ago.
True.
So,
but the thing is, I don't want to say like, you know, it was more taboo back then as well. Even in the 90s, you really I'll say that, yes, because even in the 90s or even going in the 90s into the early 2000s, if I knock a girl down and everything. One,
Stop
I'm not.
being so
I'm
violent
not.
to women, you piece of shit.
Look, well, I mean, I got to pop
I'm
that.
gonna get decked tonight. It's gonna happen. It's fine.
I'm going. Pop it.
You gonna pop what?
Pop it. Pop it. Pop it.
You gonna smack it, flip it, rub it down?
Oh no! But shut up. But even back then, it was more, everything was kept quiet. A lot of guys didn't really, I want to say too much front, like told the whole world who he knocked down. He told his little circle. He knew his boys won't say anything else, and kept it private. Now, shit, you knock a chick down, half of East Asia will find out.
Why? Because they got to post it on social media.
Yeah.
Just like, funny story that you brought this up. So there's a girl, I fucking can't remember her name right now. She was fucking her dog, put it on Snapchat.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry. What?
You want me to rewind that?
Rewind.
So she was fucking her dog. It's a canine.
A canine. Okay.
And put it on Snapchat.
Was her name Tawny?
Oh,
No, nothing.
No, my girl wouldn't do that.
No.
She bad enough. She can go get the real thing. She know it.
Right.
I got
I'll
you.
whoop her
boo-boo.
ass. She touched my damn dog.
I got you, boo boo. Right. So yeah, she put it on Snapchat and just got arrested for it. So she was today's donkey of the day.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, she didn't know that that's illegal in all but like 2 states.
Why are you recording it? That's how you get down. You do you, boo boo. You do you. But you put it,
Bestiality?
and she didn't even get hit with bestiality. It was a different charge because bestiality is exactly what she did, but she got charged with something else.
Like probably animal cruelty or something like that.
It's something. I wish. I could
But then
remember
again, is it really cruelty? I mean, he had a good time.
How do we know he had a good time?
Did he? Okay, on the video that you were talking about.
Are we really going to finish that sentence?
I'm just saying. Was he?
No,
He's the one that said it.
It's what's wrong with him. We ain't got to know. It's not. We ain't got to know the whole fucking story.
So yeah,
Stop.
she fucked the dog, put it on Snapchat, and she just got arrested for it.
Yep.
It's the craziest shit ever. And if you want to play a game, guess what race she is? Guess what race she is?
I don't want to play this game.
Ding, ding, ding.
Should I say it?
She's
Whoa.
white.
No, should I say it?
Go ahead.
Fucking white people.
Goddamn white people.
So that's why it's funny that we're talking about this STD shit. Like, isn't that where AIDS or HIV came from? Somebody fucked a monkey?
I think it was actually from a bite. It wasn't actually from sex. I think it was from a
Okay.
bite. But it was a species jump from apes or chimpanzees into humans. But I think it was from a bite or some kind of like wound or something like that. It wasn't from a sexual act.
It's fucking crazy. What is wrong with people? Dog, I can never look at an animal
We
and
could
say,
be doing
"Let
this
me
700
hit
months.
that."
We got to figure that out.
Hey, bring my damn baby over here. I'm scared of him right now. Bring my damn baby. Bring my baby over here.
Oh, she wants to say something.
Oh, you want to say something? You want to say something? There's a mic over there.
Oh,
There's a mic over there with headphones.
okay.
You want to be anonymous?
Oh my goodness.
I'll put a big square over your face.
Yeah, even more reason why.
I have no idea if I can do that.
Here we go.
All right.
Get on the-
I don't have editing software. I lied. I don't have a big square.
All right. Here we go. We have our. Oh.
Carrie Geist.
Hi, Carrie.
Hi, hello, Karen. Hi,
Welcome to What's Wrong with Him podcast.
Welcome to the What's Wrong with Him podcast.
Is this what it's like?
Almost all the time.
All the time.
It's this bad.
All the
It
time.
was nice meeting you and your husband.
It was very nice meeting you.
So,
what do you got something to say? Obviously, get close.
come to the mic. Come close to the mic, love. I'll bring it to you.
Okay. Well, I just felt like I needed to say something.
Let's hear it.
Because I grew up in the city, and I know how much that just like affects everybody in so many different ways. And you can't actually say that you are affected in one way without being affected in another way.
For example.
I used to live in Soulard,
Okay.
and I was definitely targeted because I had a clean car. I had a Hyundai. I had like a Toyota. Anyway, but there's like something in Soulard that just doesn't fucking make sense anymore. It doesn't make sense to live there anymore. Every single one of my friends just feels like so nervous. I guess you could say. I don't live here anymore, so I can't actually speak for my friends. But my friends are honestly scared to live in the city because there is no policing.
Down in Soulard.
Down in Soulard, 100%.
Really? Okay.
There's no policing.
Okay.
What is your actual thought on that? Because I have so many friends that live in Soulard that can't park their fucking car there.
Okay, so I will debate that. We'll change gears for that. I'll debate that.
Okay.
So not only is there policing down there, they have their own special police down there.
Oh, I know that they actually pay extra taxes because they need extra security.
Well, again, so just a large gathering crowd, yes, a lot of crime will probably, angled that way. That's just part of what it is. Hell, I'm pretty sure a lot of cars were victimized doing Mardi Gras.
Didn't
and
they
everything.
actually?
I'm pretty sure it was.
I'm sorry to
No.
interrupt you, but didn't they actually call it like a Hyundai? What was that? Just
Talking about
like
a theft ring?
burglary. It was a theft of straight Hyundai
And Kias.
And Kias, yes.
Kias.
Well, again, with life and time, technology will advance. So yes, a lot of cars, Hyundais and Kias, can now be broken into and used and driven off with a
USB.
Thank you, sir. USB, and unfortunately, that's
After what year?
that is a good question. I want to say
It's
2020,
it's
thank
from
you.
2020 to
2020.
2010.
no, 2020 and going forward.
Yeah, it's the last one
is
was
it
2020.
Is it safe to go down into Soulard?
It's safe to
with a
go.
new car?
Okay. It's safe to go anywhere.
I'm
You're
asking
only
this because I am an out-of-towner.
Well, okay.
And that's what we hear.
Okay, so
That's what we hear.
so honestly, it is safe to go. It's safe to go anywhere, as well as Soulard.
Okay.
You are most likely a quote unquote victim if you honestly walk in. Well, unfortunately, alone to your place. You want to be close to where you want to go to. Honestly,
Oh, but of course.
Go with a big crew to be safe. Honestly, that's honestly just the key to safe.
But that's
Like you
like
don't
the
want to go
big
by. You don't want to
question.
walk alone. Honestly, that's just
Yeah.
anywhere you go.
No, absolutely. But that is the big question that I get every time I say I'm from St. Louis City. Everybody asks me if it's safe to even fucking go here. And I find that like an insane question.
It is because it's dangerous everywhere.
It
It
is.
doesn't matter. My friend, my boy, he is from Meacham Park in Kirkwood.
Okay.
Everybody knows him. He will still be a victim if he if he goes down the street, beating down the street. When I say beating, I mean he has
But
212s, a sub,
Yeah, big.
sitting on them things and everything. Somebody he
Right.
knows or somebody close to him, unfortunately, will honestly rob or
But
assault
is
him
that-
but that's only because of proximity. They know
I was
people.
going to say, is that
Yes.
because of proximity?
Yes, exactly what it
Or
is.
Is that because of a fucking race thing?
No. It's
Yeah.
people. Okay, so some people do try to make it a race thing, but it's not. There's no such thing as a black on black crime because there's no such thing as a white on white Mexican man. It's all about proximity. You four of us can live in a quiet neighborhood,
Yeah.
and we all have houses. All have let's say we all have Kias, 212s and some subs,
Right.
sitting on them things.
Sitting on them.
I have
It
a
do-
fucking kid.
it doesn't really matter. Someone who was honestly, let's say someone who was just a little bit less fortunate than us, living on the same block, would come and rob me, and he happened to be, let's say, he just happened to be white.
Way insane.
What I'm saying, let's just say he just happened to be white. If he did that,
Okay.
it's not fucking okay. It's not a. Well, it's no, of course, it's not okay, but it's not a race thing either. It's just what proximity where we are. He is close by.
It's being a good person versus a bad person.
Well,
That's
yes.
all that it is.
It's just called by being, having a conscious, having a conscious,
A good heart, yeah.
and everything, good heart and
It's all
everything.
being a person.
Yes,
A heart. Right?
absolutely. But no, it's not race related until it is like someone, two different neighborhoods, two different races, and the severity of the crime. To me, personally.
That doesn't actually even mean anything to me because, look at what's happening in this world right now. Everybody is doing everything wrong. Seriously, there is just no wrong. There is no right at certain amount of points. There are so many people that are doing so many wrong things. There are so many people that just can't figure out what the right things are, and they just try to do their best. I think some people, but at this point, there just is no good or right. Good or
So you're
wrong.
saying your husband's not good? Your family's not good?
Fuck off.
Okay then.
But no, but that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you can't really say that.
You can't make a
'cause that's-
bold statement
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
you can't really. I was like, I don't think you can really say
Of
that.
course, my husband is good, but there is no purely good, especially when you come to growing up in a certain environment. How can you actually blame somebody for their actions when
Who else should you blame?
Right.
who should I blame?
So okay.
Ooh, that's fun question.
Let me.
I'm saying if you can't blame somebody for their actions, who should you blame? Outside of chemical instabilities, who else is to blame?
You're talking about chemical instability.
No, I'm not.
No.
I'm making
You're
a generalization.
talking about Ed Bundy type shit, aren't you?
No, I'm
Ted Bundy.
I'm
Oh, my
trying to make a generalization.
Yeah.
You said if someone does something wrong, who's to blame? The person who did it wrong.
Right. You can't blame the parent.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have had a lot to drink today, so I'm going to probably remove myself from the situation.
No.
But
I'm not trying to kick out. I'm just making
No, we're not trying to kick you off and everything, but we do appreciate you coming up
I'm
and
having a lot of fucking fun.
we
right now.
appreciate
I
appreciate
really am.
your
My
honesty.
name is Carrie Geist. Originally, that's my name.
Okay.
It's pretty fucking cool. I've had a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm from St. Louis.
Right on.
That's what's up.
And
We
you
appreciate you
currently-
coming on and saying
I live in Destin, Florida. That's really.
that's in the house.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's Florida with all this shit going on.
I know.
Yeah.
Do we make her look up her
Florida
birthday real
kinda
fast?
Fucking sucks.
Yes.
Florida
Yes.
sucks.
Hey,
Florida.
Where's
Florida
your phone?
man.
Where's your phone?
Where's your phone at?
Do you have your phone?
Oh, I do.
Yeah, we're gonna play a game. It's called
Real
Florida
quick,
Man.
Before
Florida
you
man.
hop off the
Florida.
microphone.
Florida man phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll do a quick 2 sessions of it
Yeah,
first
before-
and
yeah.
now.
Oh, my
While
God.
she's getting her phone out, we're gonna say hi to people who are watching right now.
This is not live, right?
Of course it's not. Of course it's not. Of course it's not.
Holy shit, my phone's dead.
So while she getting all that set
her
up,
phone's dead.
oh my goodness, she just lucked up.
Here, do me a favor. Mel, just type in Florida Man.
Florida Man.
Tell Mel what your
Florida
birthday
man.
is.
December 20th.
Oh, it's
December
2
20th.
days after Daddy's.
Oh, it might,
So
it might
while
be very
we-
similar fucking
Again,
deadlines.
so
Hold on.
while my boy Mel's doing that, getting every information for her, we're gonna say hi to people who are watching right now. Chrissy, what is going on?
No.
She is watching.
She
What's going on,
probably
love?
knows me or something.
My girl Sarah is watching. What's going on? We have a live visitor
No, she
all the
knows
way
me.
from O'Fallon.
My boo.
O'Fallon, the fiance. Oh, damn!
Why I got fingered?
She so gave her. Oh my!
She's
Wow!
probably like, this is Carrie, guys. I fucking hate that bitch.
Wow!
She gave me the finger, Mel. Who
did?
My boo.
His fiance gave him the finger.
Well,
She don't like me. Damn it.
All of a sudden,
It's just me.
It wasn't for me? Oh, okay.
She a lie and a half. And a half.
Come on, dog.
Nothing?
Come on.
All right. For our first.
Let's just say I was not a family favorite.
All right. So.
All right.
All right. Here we go.
Florida man
So,
attacks.
so for our visitor,
Carrie.
Yeah.
our visitor, Carrie, this
my
is
God, I love
our early version of Florida Man.
It's gonna
His
be
fucking voice.
All right, here we go. So, Florida Man, who marooned himself on Lake Fountain, says he took too much MDMA and wanted to be with the swans.
so he took too much. Wait.
He
fucking
marooned
hearing.
himself.
Ask me a question.
No. It's just
That was the first topic. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Or he's just trying to ask me.
No. So
Let's do another one real
the point of
quick.
the game is you put your birthday followed by Florida Man, and then whatever
Okay,
article comes up,
so
you read.
December
So this is
20th,
what happened.
1990.
Whatever happened, yeah.
Oh my God, that was
Yep.
fucking.
All right, what's the-
hilarious.
All right, we have another one. Let's get this one real quick. So,
See what something else happened.
Florida Man kicked off flight after trying to wear women's underwear as a face mask. Yes,
I remember
sir.
hearing this story.
You know
Yes,
what?
sir.
That
That-
sounds like a Sunday for me.
I remember hearing this story. They talked about on the point.
I hope the fact that it was a thong and not like an old bloomer.
sounds
That's why
Right.
it didn't work.
or
That sounds like last Sunday.
period panties.
Oh man.
Wow.
You know what?
So, yeah.
It still smells real good.
Last one for you.
Oh, she's
Last
fucking
one.
dropping that
Last
one.
one.
Jesus.
Last one for you. Last one for you, Carrie. Here we go. Florida Man claims bags of cocaine, meth found wrapped around penis aren't his. Ladies and gentlemen, I said that correct.
You can't make that shit up.
Florida Man claims bag of cocaine, meth found wrapped around his dick isn't his.
It's not mine.
Okay,
It
so
might be mine. No.
all right. There it is. There it is.
God, that's
It might be mine.
All right.
All right. Well, we like to thank.
We appreciate you.
Thank you. Appreciate coming on, love.
Thanks, Carrie.
Thanks, Carrie, love.
Oh my God.
Enjoy your stay a little bit, and hey, come back to the Lou whenever you want to, baby. Come back to the Lou.
Born and raised, love.
That's what's
Appreciate
up.
it. Thank you.
That's what's up.
Yes.
Florida Man.
That's your
Work here, which is the craziest part.
That's your phone.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
So sorry.
Can't take the guy's phone, baby. Can't take the guy's phone.
Even if you wanted to, you really can. It's not worth it.
All right, so let's switch gears real quick and get somewhat, not really political, but somewhat.
Thank you.
So, last week, if you gentlemen don't know, three, I don't say lobbyists, no, they were
State representatives.
state reps, thank you, sir. They were expelled from the Tennessee House for leading a quote-unquote insurrection into the House during proceedings. But out of the three, two were actually expelled. That would be Representative Justin Jones and Justin Pearson. Well, today, Mr. Jones had a hearing to get his seat back.
And Mrs.
Yes, sir. Me and Mrs. Jones. Or Mr. Jones in this case.
Right.
So Mr. Jones today has had his proceeding to have his seat reinstated. Mr. Pearson would have his court case Wednesday. We all know, if you didn't know, Gloria Johnson, the white representative, did not have her seat taken away, in her words, because of her skin color. She knew because of her skin and she did not get her shit taken away. So, here is the thing, my question. Since we really don't do politics on the podcast, I'm going to ask more of a moral question to you, present to you both you brothers. I'll let Stepdaddy go first with his answer if he has one. If not, I'll defer to Daddy. Were these three right in what they were doing? Basically, have stricter gun laws in a state where just a few weeks ago, a madman, honestly, went into a elementary school and killed 6 people, 3 of them being 9-year-old kids.
And then three.
Were they honestly in the wrong or right for what they done morally, knowing that they're not really supposed to lead a group to honestly with a bullhorn, to protest these laws in the state of Tennessee?
Well, it's not that they can't protest in the state. They led them inside.
Well,
the House
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Representatives.
that's what they led inside the house. However, they were not supposed to do this. However, this is something they were truly passionate about, as well as honestly something that honestly needs to be on the floor, talked about on the floor right then and there.
Right.
Yes. So again, like I said, consciously, do you think they were right or wrong?
I mean, if they felt that strongly about it, it needed to be talked right then and there, and they felt like that was the only thing they could do because their other representatives didn't either give enough of a shit or didn't want to speak about it at the time. They wanted to let it subside and become less and less of a hot topic. Then, yeah, I think they were in the right. Only because it needs to stop being weighted until it becomes not the current shooting, but it's
Right.
like the shooting that was 3 weeks ago because
Right.
now that 4 or 5 others have already happened.
Right.
So let's not think about this one. Like, I think for them, it was the right decision. On whichever side they stood, if they happened to be Republican who did the same thing because they wanted something else strict, and it was because it was the hot button and they felt the only way to get everybody else to talk about it was to go ahead and essentially, I mean, in a euphemistic version, they hijacked the House. I don't.
I'm okay with that.
I think I'm fine because if it came down to it at my job, I feel like the only way my boss would actually listen to me is I had to stomp into his office and be like, "Look, we're talking now. I don't give a shit what the fuck you're doing, and I got to raise my voice." If I have to get to that level, it means there's been a breakdown in communication to start with.
Facts.
I doubt these people. I mean, I didn't look into who they are, but I haven't heard anything about them being consistent hotheads or always disrupting things. Like, so to me, it sounds like this was the only way in their mind they could get something started, some kind of conversation going.
Right,
So
get their
I'm
point
fine with
across,
it.
yes.
Yeah.
What say you, Daddy? Do you have anything on that?
I do and I don't. So we can never stop these school shootings. So I don't know what we can do different because how that shooter got into that school, he shut the door out.
Yes.
No matter what you do, you can't control that. So I don't know what we need to do differently, but I almost think these motherfuckers are getting their rocks off by, I want to be the next school shooting, and
or some shit like
you know what
that.
I'm saying. And there's no
It's the infamy of it.
yeah, great word. And there's no like justice.
So with that said, then the 3 senators there were,
Representatives.
Yeah, representatives. Thank
Sorry.
you.
Sorry.
No, you get it. I appreciate it. 3 representatives who led the protest inside of the courthouse where proceedings were honestly going on.
But what's
with
going to be different though? There's still going to be school shootings.
True, but again, they can control try something. Control the gun laws. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. But they're trying to do something. They're trying to do something.
But why is it Why is it happening now? How come it didn't happen 30 years ago? Why are we trying to do something different now? All these kids.
Simple. There's school shootings. Honestly, have gone up like substantially almost in the past 20-something years.
Is it gone up, or is we just being able to see it more because of this?
No. I think it's gone up. Don't get me wrong.
Reported cases are up.
Yeah.
It is an exponential growth since 1999.
Big time. So even with technology, a lot of school shootings back then, you heard about it on the news. Some way, somehow, you heard about it. But now we get to actually see it before it hits the news. That's it's somewhat a good. It's somewhat of a good thing too. I didn't even know about last year. I didn't know. Last year.
Yeah,
didn't know about my son.
Wasn't it?
Huh?
It was in November, wasn't it?
It was in the fall. We were doing the
CBBA?
podcast.
It had to be October, November.
Yeah, we were doing the podcast. So.
I was. We did a podcast on it. However,
I'm saying we were doing the podcast when it happened. Like not when it happened live, but
yes.
September, October, November.
Yeah.
doing it,
We were
but when it-
established as
right.
Yes, absolutely. I was actually at home working when the shit actually happened, and my son called me to tell me that his old school was just shut up, and the guy came in with
I was at work. I was
Right.
in St. Charles, and
he had a semi-automatic weapon as well as a 9mm loaded to the T, and he got in because the night before, unlocked the door down, I guess, to the basement.
Sorry. Yeah, I mean, it was a nice loud one.
I thought I moved away from it. I guess it wasn't smooth enough. But, however, unlocked the door to the basement, opened up, knowing that okay, he can find an alternate route up some stairs without crossing security, and began his rampage. And a teacher and a student lost their life.
It was more than 2, wasn't it? Six shot, 2 dead, or 3 dead.
Yes. Yeah, just about right. Yeah, like 6 shot, but 2 of them were dead. Yeah, or fatally killed, and that's still too many. 6 just being hit by a bullet at school, that's a problem.
Right.
Thank God my son was out of school at the time, but still, yeah.
What are you gonna do to stop it?
I mean, that's. I mean,
Well, unless we're gonna put cops at every door.
So in this case, they did have security. Again, like I said, they did have armed security in the school.
What school you talking about? Tennessee?
No, here in St. Louis.
There's cops in that school?
They had St. Louis security, and they were armed.
And this still happened?
yeah.
Because they found the dude opened up the basement door, and
I heard that.
But yes, he found that on the alternate route inside the school, and yes, I'm not blaming the maintenance, but every door in that school should be checked
3 times.
3 times over before the grounds are closed for the night.
Yeah, before you dip out. I done checked every door 3 times.
Not one. I mean, no, at least 3 guys, 3 different sectors, lock and click. All right, cool. Before they leave, alternate. Make sure double check. All right, cool. Yep, this is locked. Everything's locked. Cool. Leave for the day.
Right. This is happening too often, man.
That's 2. Yeah, one's too off. One too many. Honestly, 1 too goddamn many, and that's sad.
Yeah, it's super sad.
All right, well, getting off the sad subject and moving to something a little more.
I mean,
white and nerdy.
I mean, is it any less sad? It's still about bad, dumbass people. Both of them, all 3 of them.
Oh, really?
I mean, every one of them about dumbass people, but.
All right,
but it's I'll deal with some social media stuff here in a second. And,
all right.
And some video game stuff.
All right, well, stepdaddy, you now have the floor, baby. Tell you what's on your mind.
That floor is hard, man. That shit hurts. My knees don't feel right today.
Right?
No, so I asked beforehand, but you gentlemen are familiar with the video game Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
Okay. And are you familiar with the video game Last of Us?
Everybody's talked about it, and I know they made a movie out of it.
It's a TV series on HBO.
Yeah.
Good series, too.
Is it? Because it's recommended me watching it. I don't get down that nerd shit, so.
Well, you can go to hell.
You can join me there.
I already got a ticket, so I'm good.
Have you heard of the Fallout series?
Yeah.
Okay.
I never seen it, but I heard about it. Yes.
Okay, so something happened again.
Of
so
course.
Fallout 4 came out 2 or 3 years ago now. Last of Us.
Wasn't that PlayStation only?
No. Maybe.
I think that's PlayStation only.
It might have been exclusive for a while.
Because I think Sony owned it.
Might have been.
Fallout?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, actually, the company that owns it is Bethesda, which is owned by Xbox now.
Oh, neat.
So, but anyway, Fallout 4 came out 2-3 years ago. Last of Us 2, the sequel, came out 2 years ago. These are old cases. This last week, Resident Evil 4 came out with their higher definition remake for the PlayStation 5 which that actually I think is a Sony exclusive for that. Or it might be on Xbox, the new series, whatever. But in the game there is an Asian character who they got an Asian voice actor to play. And she's well known in the business, has done many, many roles. Fans of the series, especially from the older GameCube and PS2 version, aren't happy with her performance. Okay, so we watch a movie. You don't like the way the actors made the voice. You don't like the way the actor acted. Okay, I didn't like that. That's fine. I thought it was shit. That's fine. These people were threatening her online, like on her Instagram, like telling her she's like the worst human being, like threatening to dox her, like give her information out to the world so people can SWAT her and go to her house. Like abhorrent shit. To the point where she went ahead and turned off her Instagram because she can't deal with it. She can't function as a business person because she can't do things because people are getting so butthurt over the fact that they don't like her take of what a character should have been fucking 20 years after the game came out originally.
That's why I hate social media, man. These keyboard warriors, man. They can be all big and tough over that fucking internet tool. Hey, say that to my face, dog. And if you can do better,
Please hone your craft. Let's
go
do
ahead.
this.
That's why. Look, when I hear people dogging like my boys on the radio, can you do better? Create your own station.
Right.
I'll
I mean,
listen to
Rafe
that
Williams had to
motherfucker.
deal with that.
Yeah.
I mean, for those who don't know, Rafe Williams not took over, but essentially took over for either Jeff or for Tony Patrico since they've both been, they both have left the show in one way or the other.
Right.
And he's one of the replacements for them. And before he got announced as the official replacement, or right after he got announced as the official replacement, he had mentioned on one of the morning shows that he was getting consistent enough like hate on his social media because they don't like the way he sounds or he's not very funny. That's not comedy. I'll show you comedy. And it's like you said, then come show me how to do my job for me.
Right.
So, I mean, like I said, this is the newest case of many. I mean, I've heard tons of other games. The reason I brought up the other two, so Last of Us 2, there is a even more famous voice actress. Her name is Laura Bailey. She has been in...
Where do I know her from? That name sounds familiar as fuck.
Well, she has been in both The Last of Us. She has been in probably... Honestly, if you type her name in IMDb in video game credits, she is probably in 100 video games.
What's her name again?
Laura Bailey.
Laura Bailey.
Bailey.
Laura or Lauren?
Laura.
Laura, yeah.
But in Last of Us 2, she played a character that was divisive between fans of the game, but people were on her so bad, they threatened her kid, her year-old child, online. I'm going to hunt you down, bitch, and I'm going to kill you and your child.
That's now we're fighting because you're threatening my family. Yeah, cast me outside.
Right. I don't know. You might have had me mention her when I mentioned about Critical Role.
Yeah, she's in a lot of shit.
I mean, she is one of the upper level voice actresses in terms of video games nowadays. She's in everything, just about.
Avengers, the Lego superheroes,
Yes.
Spider-Man, Swan. Like, she's in a lot of
Yes,
shit.
she is very prolific. The reason, so she's on the live D&D show Critical Role, the ones that had the cartoon just made about them.
I know where I know her from.
Okay, which game?
Dragon Ball Z, baby.
There you go. Yes. So her and her husband Travis do the American redubs.
Okay.
Yes, that's how you know of her
Okay.
voice. Yes. So she's even famous for stuff back then. But yeah, I mean, threatened her husband, her son, who didn't speak at the time. I mean, he was like one maybe.
Right.
Might have been two if even that old. Like, I mean, that's how ignorant people are. In Fallout 4, they got so mad at voice actors, they actually doxed them. Idiots got online, found the voice actors, found their home addresses, and posted it online and said, let's go get them. Like, they had to get authorities involved because they were worried just for voicing a video game character, a 100,000 polygon piece of art. I can't say the wrong thing one time.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, we got to do something different, man. That's ridiculous.
like I say, I mean,
Again-
I don't need you to be a fan of everything that happens.
Right.
No one wants you to be a fan of
Right.
everything that happens. I mean,
Just like not everybody's going to be a fan of this podcast because we're unique and it's different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm okay with that.
I mean, you are generally not a fan of things that are sci-fi, fantasy,
Right.
Whatever, because it's just not your gig.
Right.
But you don't hate people who do that shit.
Absolutely not.
And if you heard it, you wouldn't dog them because they did. You'd be like, hey, I just don't get it. It doesn't jive.
It's not my cup of tea. And I'm okay with that.
It's more, honestly, that's just, again, people just stupid. I mean, remember, these are the same people who now have a problem with, I forgot the young lady's name, Chloe Bailey's, I forgot her last name, who is now the actress for the Little Mermaid movie.
Oh, right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, these are essentially the same group.
The same kind of people, same
it's
group.
The same, yes,
Who are-
subset of human beings who don't like the fact that now the new live-action Little Mermaid is going to be a
Is a
young
black woman.
Black woman.
A fictional character
Right.
is a black woman.
And that's the problem. Why is it a problem?
And I think if you actually read the original story, she wasn't even mainly human. She was more fish than human in the actual, story. The original
Right.
story, like all those Disney movies, when you read the actual, old fairy tales, they're fucked. Like, they're very creepy.
Really?
Oh, yeah. They're way dark. They're like Grimm's fairy tales, level shit. They're very dark. Tim
yeah.
Burton would have a field day with the original versions of this shit.
Oh boy, if they would have did that, oh shit.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut.
No. You're
I mean,
fine.
these are the same kinds of people. They might even be some of the same people, but it's the same shit. I mean, it's funny, but the movie Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back came out in 2002, something like
I
that.
would say when we were in high school, so 98,
When,
99?
yes, what Strike Back or the
Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. So it's after Clerks, it's after Dogma.
Yeah, so I want to say Dogma came out in
97 maybe?
99.
99. Okay. So it's got to be like a 2000.
So 2000.
2001.
Let's say 2000.
To the internet.
2000, 2002.
I mean, but that movie specifically deals with them making a movie about their
2001. Strike Back was 2001.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, so that movie is like a meta movie about the characters Jay and Silent Bob making a movie about comic book characters based upon them, and they find people posting comments on the internet about wanting to beat their ass and like that. I mean, there's a whole joke inside, but like that was 20 years before social media was even a thing.
Right.
There was no such thing as YouTube.
Right.
No such thing as Snapchat. There was no Facebook. There was no.
There wasn't even MySpace yet.
I mean, you couldn't even. You could barely take video on a phone at that point. If you could even take video on a phone at that point.
All my
I mean-
phones were flipped. So.
I mean, yeah. Like I said, if you could. So I mean, and they were already talking about online hate back then, making a joke about it because it was very, very rare, or to the point where like it was a very small amount of people.
Right.
But I mean, how funny is it? I mean, he predicted this shit essentially. Like he brought it up as a comedy movie, and has never gotten any better.
And that was 22 years ago.
22 years ago, right?
That movie can drink.
Fuck. I mean, it's essentially. I mean, it's the same level of shit. Like, and it's the same dumb thoughts, and it's the same. I don't need you to like it.
Right.
Just leave it alone then.
Right.
Walk away. Hey, I joke with my kid brother all the time. He hates movies that are made about video games or from video games, especially like the Resident Evil ones.
So he won't like the Mario one?
He might not, because it doesn't follow an actual story from one of the games. Like he wanted to, like when the Resident Evil movies came out, he didn't like them specifically because they don't follow an exact plot from one of the games. I'm like, well, you can't really do that because they're written in a very different, like a game's meant to last over 7, 8, 10 hours.
Right.
You got to try to condense that into 2 hours,
Right.
maybe 3 if you're a really big franchise.
Right.
How the fuck do you do that?
You can't.
I mean, it's very hard. So you're going to have to cut things out, change the way things happen. I mean, like all the fucking Marvel shit. Like those are based on comic books that some of those are fucking 70 years old. How are you going to take something from 70 years ago and make it current? You got to change it somewhere.
Right.
I mean, you got to do a little tweaking here
like
and there.
you said, and keeping that 2-hour window.
Yeah,
Good luck.
I mean, and so to me, if you can even have the artistic ability to think of that stuff, I'm already in awe of you because I don't have that level of talent.
Right,
And
right.
so I'm not going to dog you about it. I don't have to like it. I'm not going to dog you about it. Hey, it didn't float my boat. It didn't make me go all, hey, this was great. Okay, I watched it. I wasted
Right.
2 hours of my life.
Right.
Cool. I fell asleep to it. Whatever, even
Right.
better. No big deal.
Right.
Go ahead.
I actually did I fell asleep during the Mario movie when I took my son.
Really? Because the trailer, I enjoy the trailer.
Well, what's up, Boo Boo? What's going on, baby?
And they
Bye, Amanda.
see you, babe. And
You
they
gone?
love you too.
Love you
I
too.
know you do, baby. I know you do.
And they apparently-
Rotten ass.
Right. Apparently that movie's made a shit ton of money already.
They're already over 100 million, or they're nearing 100
Yes,
million already.
and they're still growing.
Wasn't this the first weekend?
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Came out Wednesday.
Yep. And I took my son and his
His power
Nerds.
nerds.
his partners,
His nerds.
his partners to this damn movie,
And they enjoyed it?
They yelling, screaming. Where I woke up, I'm like, okay, like, what's going on? Yeah,
You really went to sleep?
I took a nap. I never really got into Mario, so I followed it. I knew what was going on, but I was more like, yeah, you know what? I'll play the game tonight. I went to sleep, and I woke up when he said he had his little training
No
mom.
spoilers, Lord.
You know, I woke up on the good. I'm not gonna lie, I woke up on the good part. But did you know that Jack Black does voice Bowser?
Yeah.
And he sounds good.
I didn't realize how talented that motherfucker was.
And that
Dude.
motherfucker is talented.
Everything.
You know, I've only seen him in what was the name of that movie? School of Rock?
Yeah.
Yes.
Fucking fantastic.
Tenacious D. I watched him in The Pick of Destiny, so that's where I watched him from.
Yeah, so
Pick of
I
Destiny.
didn't know he was that talented, man.
I mean, he is
What-
something else.
So speaking
his
of
mother was in the NASA program, I think.
Shut up. Seriously?
Yeah. She was like one of the. Yeah, she was one that helped. I think she's one of the women that helped. If I remember right, I think she's one of the women that actually helped Apollo 13 get back to the Earth. Like they figured out how to fix
Really?
the oxygen scrubber. I think she's one of those scientists that figured that shit out.
Damn.
Like that woman saved 3 humans that were 250,000 miles a fucking way, and then had Jack Black, and this guy's done countless fucking artistic things.
Right.
Like,
That's crazy. That's kind of cool.
I'm pretty sure that's who she is. I know
cool
she's
little
part
trivia.
of NASA, but
That's a cool
I'm
little
pretty
trivia.
sure that's who she is. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So speaking of, again, voice actors and everything, in this case, it was a live action. So those actual Super Mario live, like, human action movie
Oh, the
came
90s?
out in,
93?
93.
Yep.
John Leguizamo, he honestly is...
What
going
up,
on, dude?
man?
He is a little bit upset that there wasn't a lot of Latino representation in this current movie.
Yeah, I mean, I did read like a headliner that said he was there. He just didn't like the fact there was no
There was not.
representation. Period. Like it seemed like it was
Nah.
a pretty white cast.
No.
I don't know all the different actors.
Yeah,
who
yeah,
play.
yeah. There's a few black actors in there,
Okay.
and everything. But yes, like you do. I don't know if you know, but Chris Pratt voiced
Mario, and then Anna Taylor-Joy voiced Peach.
Yes,
I know that.
And Charlie Day did
Luigi. Okay.
Yes. So I looked at the cast, like, okay, all right, cool. And it had some of the actual Mario voice actors from the original cartoon video game voicing themselves in the actual movie too, which I did like.
Okay.
However, again, Mario is Italian, correct?
Yeah. I mean, by lore or whatever.
Yeah.
Right, and everything. So I was
No one's really technically said it, but based on how he looks, you would assume.
I mean,
he's
that's how
he's
Lou
Guido.
Albano kind of played him in the
Yeah.
live action TV show.
Yeah, you would assume
but-
he's a Guido.
Yeah.
you assume.
Right.
So again, even in the '93 movie,
You didn't get very far.
he did not. She did not. Even though in the movie, the '93 movie, John Leguizamo, he was Luigi.
He was without a mustache.
Yeah, which is weird too. I was like,
Super weird.
I'm like, okay.
Gonna throw that out there
all
real
right.
fast.
So I was like, yeah, okay, that's kind of weird. I forgot the guy's name who did Mario, but that storyline was kind of
Bob Hoskins.
Yes, thank you.
The man from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit? That's my
nice.
dude. Yeah, that's
Nice.
him.
Great
And the funny thing about the movie is, like I said, it was like odd, and they made more the movie about Luigi than Mario, if you remember.
Well, that actually was per Nintendo's request.
That was what?
Per
Really?
Nintendo's request. I watched because of the movie coming out, there's a couple of different, like, video essays I watched on YouTube the last week or so, being lazy and sitting home all week because I had nothing to
Hey,
fucking do.
somebody
It
was
great.
on vacation.
Fuck yeah. Probably should have taken this week off, too.
Hey, I'm on vacation.
But no, I mean, I watched a couple about like the shit show essentially that was the Mario movie, and like actually like Nintendo's request when they had kind of given it out to the production house was they actually wanted a movie that was slightly darker, not super kid friendly. Like they wanted to be a little more geared toward teens,
Right.
and they actually originally kind of were on board with Luigi being more of the star. Or not being so much as a secondary background character,
Right.
like he essentially is in the games. Like he's player 2, and even at 93. So yeah, I mean, yeah, like you had just come out with Mario World and Mario Brothers 3, the last 2 games that had come out. You had 2 different Game Boy games, which Luigi wasn't even featured in by that point in time. So Luigi's at that point was still kind of more of a background character. And so they were very on board with that idea that it would have been his love interest that they would have went after. It would have been him that was a little more prominent and him that more saved the day. And there actually would have been more of like a struggle between the 2 brothers not getting along because Mario wanted to do something and give something up for money, and Luigi wanted to do the more generous, altruistic thing.
Right.
And so that would have been the more major conflict. But then through producers and fucking like whoever the owner of the movie was, whoever distributed it.
Right.
Oh, well, we want it to be more like this, and they made this writer rewrite it and that writer rewrite it, and that. I mean, it went through 5 or 6 rewrites, and then finally got. Basically, they took the idea of Blade Runner and just put Mario things in front of it. I mean, it's really what it did. Because I think the directors who did the movie were directors of photography or were involved with the cinematography on Blade Runner, and they used to do music videos that were more in like the heavy metal sort of like out there genre. So like their background was more in like the sci-fi thing and not necessarily in the fantasy kind of kid friendly sort of stuff. So I don't know. Yeah, but like I said, it was just happened to be topical that I happened to watch that this week too.
Fucking nerd.
How you know me?
Nerd.
Yep. Facts.
Hey, I got you, man. Oh, so that's
I was saying, so kind of speaking of video essays, though.
yes, sir.
A few weeks ago, I think we were out here already. I had asked you guys about like, what do you watch on YouTube? And then I'd given you some suggestions about different people that I recommended based upon what you said. One of the guys I had said to, I think you specifically, was a gentleman by the name of Kyle Hill. Now, he does a lot of science stuff. Not science fiction, but science actual stuff. Yeah. So he has this series called the Half-Life series, which he's been doing for about a year now. About a year now. He's an engineer by schooling, has a bachelor's in some kind of other science degree, something like that. He is high-functioning autistic on top of all this. He got a chance to go to Chernobyl before the war happened in Ukraine, about 4 months before it happened.
Really?
Yeah. So, and he got to go with a group of scientists and engineers and other people in, like, who might have been on YouTube but dealt with hard science stuff and not who were just influencers. And he got to tour the exclusion zone, which is right where the meltdown happened,
right,
and the surrounding city, which is called Pripyat. And he got to tour this and look at like how the buildings were left in basically like ghost town. Like people bugged out. I mean, literally within hours, had to leave their entire lives the way it was, and stuff was just left there. You know, a pot on the stove or whatever like that.
That's so crazy.
This current volume of this series, he was talking about how influencers have now, they have started to, with maybe not even intentionally, they started to destroy or deface this sort of like living monument to how people had to live back in '86 and had to uproot their entire life because of a nuclear disaster, essentially. I think it's HBO, but in 2018, 2019...
HBO.
Hold on, what's the name of it? No.
Chernobyl.
The series was
Yeah.
The series was from HBO.
So
spell it.
CHERNOBL.
Yeah.
But they came out with this series, and it was very widely regarded. They were very good at sticking to facts.
It was good.
And making things seem realistic.
Yes, it's on HBO.
Okay. But because of that, they actually went and either recreated or were given permission to shoot live on certain sets, realistic places, right?
Rotten Tomato gave it 95%. So.
Yeah, I've heard it's been very highly regarded.
Yeah, it's like it's a 3-part episode series. Real good. No, it's 3 or 4.
One season is what it shows on here.
Okay, so
But how many episodes? Is it 3 or 4? I think it's 3.
Try 5.
Okay.
The fuck?
You've been missing something, dog.
Yeah.
I'm missing a whole lot. I'm gonna watch that
But
shit
anyway,
tonight.
But because of that, because it's a popular thing, Snapchat and other influencers have been taking trips to this place. Now, there are things that are allowed by, or that were allowed before the place has been, I mean, as of this point, I think the Russian government has leveled the fucking place now. I mean,
Really?
They've done a number on that place. I mean, they've ruined their own history, essentially. But, I mean, they did allow people to go in there and tour, like, the outlying areas that were deemed safer, and you could spend 1 hour or 2 hours in this place, and you have to go get decontaminated, whatever, yada, yada. There are motherfuckers just showed up on busload after busload after busload. This gentleman, Kyle Hill, said in one day he counted probably close to 2,000 people showed up.
In one day.
One day, not scientists, not engineers, not there for anything but to take pictures. They're not wearing hazmat suits. They're not changing clothes. They don't have Geiger counters to see what they're touching and how radioactive it is. And they found out that these people are taking things from this place. Like they're stealing like teacups, a pencil, whatever. They're staging scenes that weren't actually there. Like they're moving hard hats and bones of animals that have died in the area and making it like someone died like in a really horrific way, which did not happen. There have been no deaths there since the day of the accident.
And this was in 86?
86. It'll be 27 years in 2 weeks. It was April 26, 86. Like, I mean, but that's what these people are doing because that way it gets some likes. And I mean, they're essentially, I mean, they're defacing. I mean, to me, would be a literal monument. It's a history lesson for what is bad and can be good, and you're sort of being disrespectful to people who had to leave their lives.
Right.
And go somewhere else to stay living. I don't. To me, it's the same thing. What's wrong with these people?
Yeah.
Social media makes them think they got to do this shit, and they got to. I mean, I think it'd be cool to go visit that place. I would be excited to go visit that place, but I'd be respectful too. I would make sure I'm taking care of myself and not putting about some jeopardy. I wouldn't be taking shit from there.
Right. That's
from what I was told, again, like I was saying off camera, most of the stuff, if not like all the stuff, if I'm not mistaken, in that area was radioactive, and that can still be active for another 100 lifetimes.
Yeah, well,
why the fuck are you touching any damn thing? Why are you taking it into your home and contaminating your house for problems? And the fuck is wrong with them?
So there is one more little side piece to it. So there is a group of people called the Stalkers. And essentially they're more locals.
You said called the what again?
Stalkers.
Stalkers, okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't that your nickname in high school?
Huh?
Wasn't that your nickname in high school?
No, it was
it was Stockings.
It was
it was Stockings.
It was Big Dick McGee.
Oh. Didn't even know
Your last name's Anthony McGee. What the fuck?
Well, because I was kind of like bow-legged, not like Willie McGee, so like they put it all together.
Aaron saw him last week.
Where?
He lives in Ladue somewhere.
Yes.
And Aaron lives off of, sorry, it's a complete side story, but Aaron lives off of McKnight and was hanging his Cardinal flag and was putting weight so it would stay flat. And somebody was driving by McKnight and goes, "Love your flag," and honked his horn. And he turned and goes, "Holy shit, it's Willie McGee."
That's awesome.
I was like, "You son of a bitch."
That's awesome.
Of course you would. Anyway, but so these stalkers are people they're more locals and people who live like in the outlying areas.
Right.
And they still illegally, but they go into the exclusion zone. But they go into like just for themselves, like to take pictures, or like they don't mess with things. They've actually gone in and they clean up graffiti that people put on fucking signs. There is a claw that was used to actually grab when the meltdown happened, they had this big machine with a big 3-pronged claw that's probably, it's every bit of 3 of us tall. It's a big thing. Right. It would scoop shit out and then dump in a dump truck, whatever. Well, they had it sitting off in this field. People were getting inside of this thing. They'd crawl inside to take a picture of it. They were painting it other colors so it looked cooler on camera.
That's fucking
And so the
crazy.
stalkers have taken it upon themselves to start replacing and putting things back the way it was because they themselves feel like their history and their heritage is being manipulated. Yes, but better word than manipulate is the right word. Manipulated for the wrong reasons. So I don't. I just think
that's shitty, man.
I think it's cool. I continuously am impressed by what this Mr. Hill does with this series. This is like the 19th part in the series over this last year. The main of it is about his experience in Chernobyl and like the different things he's gotten to see and places he's gotten to go into and different rooms and literally they left this place when that shit happened. They were like, get out. Shit was left that way. And so just getting to be able to see like a time capsule of almost 40 years ago and something that was a disaster. But he also does a lot of other things that are about nuclear things, like, MRI machines that are nuclear. And like there's a funny one about, so they used to joke back in Hollywood that John Wayne was actually killed from radioactive fallout because where they shot Genghis Khan, which he was Genghis Khan in the movie, it was in the desert where they used to test nuclear bombs. And so there was a thing where his family actually tried to sue the American government because they assumed that he died based upon radioactive fallout. And it came to be that it didn't actually happen that way. He died because he smoked so goddamn much and had other issues. Yeah, but even that, he took something that was kind of Hollywood and was like, here's actually the science behind it and stuff. So
that's crazy.
It's one of the guys as soon as I see him with a new video, I'm immediately it's on my either save list or I'm watching it right away. Just he's very good at what he does, and it's very compelling to watch. And it's nerdy, but it's realistic nerdy. So you actually learn things, and he's very respectful in the way he tells stuff. There's no agenda in the way he says stuff. There's no one side or the other. It's just here are the facts, and here's kind of the weird and absurd and odd parts that kind of happen with things. I don't know.
That's cool.
He's like I said, he's one of the guys that I routinely just am giddy to see new videos by him with.
That's cool.
I'm gonna take a break real fast.
Okay.
If you guys want to jump on something else, I got one other kind of serious topic.
Okay.
And one really funny, stupid story from my brother from yesterday.
Oh, God.
And otherwise, I'm good to go. Oh, you're gonna love this one.
Oh, God.
All right. Well, that was
I'll be right back.
Stepdaddy with the Nerd news of the day, baby. But it's interesting because again, we talked about that a whole lot with Chernobyl. So I remember an ex and I were talking about that. So yes, good. All right, Daddy, you're up to the plate. What is on your motherfucking mind?
Dog. So I'm all I do when I'm at work is listen to podcasts or listen to radio.
Are you listening to our podcast while you're?
Come on, man, get your life together.
I
So,
was just making sure, bro, because I was gonna get in your ass like a thong.
dog. So this chick called in. She was like confessing a dirty little secret of hers. So back in the day, she got pregnant at like 17.
Okay.
Had a miscarriage.
Okay.
Her mom also got pregnant. And the mom wasn't, I guess, didn't want the baby and said, since you lost your baby, this is now your baby. That baby is technically her sister.
And she's been raised knowing that her older sister is her mother.
Yes. And she was asking the radio station, it was on 104.1, if she should say something to her mom. But her mom is 103. So I was
Say who?
So I was telling him. So yeah, it's a fucked up story. We're talking about somebody, your psyche. So check this out. So this chick got pregnant at a young age, had a miscarriage. Her mom got pregnant and pretty much told her, well, since you lost your kid, why don't you take this one on as your kid? That kid is technically her sister. And she's been raising this kid. And so,
As her mom, as her daughter.
So the girl thinks that,
I might have a chef's kiss for that too.
dude, it's a crazy ass story because she has kids with her husband, and the kids have been questioning like, why do you guys look so much alike? And now the mom's not doing too good. She's 103, and she's just wondering if she should say something to her mom. What the hell would that do to your psyche? You raising this kid that is technically your sister, but this person is calling you mom or dad. That can't be good up here. Dog, when I heard that story, my mouth dropped. I'm like, what the hell? Why the hell? Why the hell would you put that on somebody?
They from Florida?
No.
Well,
it is a Florida type story, but they are from here,
St. Louis or Missouri?
Missouri.
Okay, because you like down south, so that's down because down south
you mean like Upper Arkansas?
Arkansas, I think Arkansas, they do some shit like that. So
Yeah, I came in like right after she said where she's from, but I know she's from Missouri, and I don't have anything like to fact chase it, like go to the internet because she called in and telling about her, her dirty little secret. Dog,
There you go, security. Pat that down.
dog. Hey, while you're here,
Yep. Make sure they ain't smuggling no weapons in this motherfucker.
Did you hear what I just said? So this chick called in on the radio and wanted to, confess that she's got a dirty little secret.
hold on, keep going.
Yeah. So this chick got pregnant young, had a miscarriage. Her mom also got pregnant shortly thereafter, and said, "Hey, since you lost your kid, why don't you take this kid on for your
your own.
As your own." So that kid is technically her sister. She is now 34 years old, and been calling her sister mom. And the mom is wanting to know if she should confront her mom and say how fucked up that is. But the mom's 103.
1, yes. 2, fuck yes.
As a parent, I couldn't do that. There's no fucking way in hell.
So,
It's a fucked up story, dog.
so
By the way, what's up, Mega?
conversation-
Right.
By the way, our friend Mega is now on the podcast. What's going on, my dude?
Not too much, man.
How was the weekend?
Man, I'm blessed.
All right.
I had a cool little, bring that in. I had a cool little Easter. I had to work, but it was nice and easy. Bunch of money. I'm easy.
All right, go ahead, answer.
On that story,
It's crazy, ain't it?
Like
And the fact that it's
think
going
it
on
should-
this long, like I said, the kid is 34.
Well, how coherent is the 103 mama?
Apparently, she's not in great shape.
Well, she ain't in great shape. Ain't no point in really.
That's exactly kind of how I
because you're not
felt
going to
too.
get a very descriptive answer, or you might get something like this at 50-50. You might get her to tap into that exact memory of why she did what she did and how she did it.
And if you're gonna do quick math, if the daughter is 34, I mean, Mama had that baby when she was in her 60s.
Yeah, Mom had the baby way late.
Right.
Okay, so, but my thing is this: like, if you can't have an intelligent conversation with me about what you did and way it was structured, it ain't no point in talking about it.
Right.
Now, I do think that it's fucked up.
It's fucked. And what do you think's going on in that girl's head? Hey, mommy, like technically I'm your sister.
She crazy too.
She's
They
got.
got-
She's fucked for life.
All three of them crazy.
She's fucked for life.
Like, I mean, and they don't try to be.
Well, okay. Well, continue, bro. I'm sorry.
No,
Go ahead.
it's all good. I'm just saying, I don't really think that they're trying to be as crazy as it might seem and everything, but it's definitely a situation where it could create a break in your psyche. It can,
that's what I'm.
it can, like,
That's kind of why I wanted to bring it up to the boys. Like, what do you think her psyche's like?
yeah.
So I would say honestly, if I may interject,
We'll allow it.
This time.
The one to I can interject, the mother, she had a good goddamn mind.
Yes.
She's fucking nuts.
She crazy.
Great.
What?
However, I think the sister is a little bit crazier for even agreeing to it.
But did she have a choice?
So here's the thing: after a certain age, you honestly need to let this little girl know.
I think it's too late now.
No, it's never too late.
We had to wait till old girl died to kind of
No.
fuck her head up too.
I wouldn't do that.
This got to come to light.
It does. And you have the only person who's still alive, though she's alien, who's still alive, can answer that question. Like why? Like what made you go that route? What were you
I
thinking?
see what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
You're trying to get some context.
Yes, because
I
remember
feel you.
that 34-year-old again. She has to live her life now. It's still going. Maybe she want to have kids, whatnot, or something. Says she does have kids, a rare disease or whatnot, and they need a certain blood type. Well, guess what? They get it from the mother, and the sister mother.
Oh,
sister,
man, I
sister
didn't
mother,
think about that shit.
And well, even though it's a match,
I'm my own grandpa.
you know.
Florida man.
Florida man. But
Like I didn't even think about the health.
yeah,
side
so
of it.
they can get something from the mother, but it's like you guys are matched, but the DNA doesn't line up as like mother and daughter.
Crush, absolutely crush.
It's like you said. It's
Yeah, so would you rather be told by family or be told by medical?
I'd rather be told by family. 'Cause I think medical. I think medical is more fucked up.
Well,
Well,
no,
they'll be very clinical about it. There won't be a lot of nuance
So
to
this
it.
Right.
Here's what I think. Honestly, if you tell it by medical, they'll give you the same answer. Well, give you the actual answer. However, you want the clean cut answer. You want the psychological answer from the source.
That's what I would. That's what I would want. I
Right.
mean, the DNA.
So
was,
DNA. Yeah,
it's just
it'll
wanting to
answer
know.
your question.
Right.
But like yes, she's not my mother. I mean my sister. I mean my mother. She's my sister. Well, who's my mother? Well, you got to do another round and trials and everything. But why go through all that? Where the sister, who knows everything, your grandmother's your actual mother. Your mother is still alive. Though she's ailing, she's still alive in the hospital. You go to her. You care for her, love her, and all that shit.
She's not gonna give you what you want to hear.
But maybe you don't know that.
103-year-old thing, stubborn as hell.
You may not. She
By-
may
by-
not.
by your
Who
bald
knows?
head.
Who knows? Who knows? Honestly, I believe she would. And you like just ask her why. Let's see what you can get out of her.
I don't think that it would hurt. I don't think that it would, like. I think you would hurt more not having any type of conversation behind it.
Yeah.
I mean, regardless of if you get a clean cut answer or if she's not able to do it and you can see that she's not coherent at all. If you didn't ask to try to get that context, I think that's going to hurt a bit more than to not have a finalized bit of information. Like, say she does, suffer from Alzheimer's or whatever.
What if you find out after she's gone, and then you're like, I could have had a chance to talk to her directly and get this?
Right.
I mean, it's like a lot of things we speak about. Nothing is ever cut and dry. There is so much.
There's a gray area.
So much in between of I mean, it could be great this way. It could be really bad. It could be great this way. But, it's really. I would personally think I would rather find out from family instead of medical.
Yes.
I would hate to be told in the hospital I'm already dealing with some other major issue. Oh, by the way,
You need
that's
blood.
not that's not grandmammy. That's mammy. Like,
Right.
oh shit.
Mammy.
Right.
It's like then like now you're fucking getting all stuff stressed out about something else, and you're trying to deal with recovering or someone else. Being there for somebody else, and you're dealing with this other thing. But I would hate to hear it, but I'd rather hear it from the horse's mouth than hear it from somebody
Right, because
secondhand.
since you brought up health, so say I need a blood transfusion. Yeah, get it from my mom because we're the same blood, right?
Nope.
Well, he'll have DNA characteristics where they're the same, but it's not the same
It
strand.
ain't gonna be the
and
same because
everything. No.
they're gonna have different daddies.
I was thinking more of like, okay, so I understand what all three of you saying. Honestly, there's questions that I want to ask my mother, and I know she'd just be too embarrassed at today. But had like she say, okay, on her deathbed, even though you guys know how she passed. However, if I had time to ask her questions on her death, even though she probably been embarrassed, she would do it. My father answered a whole lot of fun questions on his deathbed that I need to know, and he gave it to me straight up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm some stuff that I didn't want to hear, but hey, he told me, and
You
I'm
feel
like, all
better
right,
the
yeah,
fact that you
and
heard it?
and I'm cool with it. Like, all right, you know what?
Closure.
Yeah, I'm a better man for it. I know now going forward, if my daughter or son wanted me to ask me any question about my life, honestly, give it to him, 100%. Like, I'm not embarrassed. No, Daddy did this because of da 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 da. Well, you know what I'm saying? Daddy took the meth because at the time he was kind of down, but he felt good in a little bit. But no,
Right. I mean, but then you get that long stream, that long-term continuity to come out of it.
and now, you know what? You're not lying. No, seriously. You know what? And that's the thing I got from my father's past. So let me real quick. I did not hate it, my father, at all. And even after he told me answered all the questions I wanted from him, I respected more, even got closer to him because he put his fucking pride aside.
He owned it. Yeah.
And he owned his mistakes as well as his ups and downs. Some things where, why we did it is, like, well, honestly, this was going on because your mom and I were doing it, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And he some stuff I'm pretty sure he held private because he didn't want to,
Put your mom in a bad light. Right.
Now think about this. How many stories did you actually end up connecting
Right.
throughout your life after
Right.
getting bits and
Like,
pieces of
damn.
information?
Hell yeah.
That's why
Hell
that
hell
makes
us.
sense.
Hell
That's
us.
why that can do something for you.
a little multiverse. What the fuck? Oh shit!
Hell us.
Why we had Roman noodles that one night? Oh man, 'cause I had my last $2. Goddamn me. You know what I'm saying?
Like, little boy, look. I had a chance to break this $3,000, and I was on a roll, and I crapped out, took everything. So, you had no milk that night. So I'm like, so that's the reason why I
Better
didn't
put
get no.
water in that syrup.
Yeah,
So that's the reason why I didn't get no goddamn milk on my Captain Crunch. You cockeyed mother.
You selfish man.
Like daddy, like you know what, Daddy, I love you, boy. If you weren't sick, I would throw
in the throat.
in the throat.
I'm telling you, man.
But no, love. That's what's up. But no, getting back to the story. Yes, I believe the sister, mom, and the daughter, sister,
Gotta love this.
right? Trying to put
what's
everything
the-
together.
what's the
Yes, they
correct
honestly,
pronouns?
yes, they both of them honestly need to go to the hospital. They need to honestly
Get this hash out.
get it hashed out. But more so of the daughter, the 34-year-old needs to talk to her mother.
Hey,
You know what I mean? But you know,
you're doing
come
all right.
on.
No,
Confusing
you're doing
yourself.
good. No, but he's doing good.
doing fantastic
Yeah.
saying it, but he confuses himself every time he says it.
Wait, no, because it just no. I'm not confused. It just sounds weird.
weird.
Like, yeah, this is my uncle brother.
That's what I said. I'm my own grandpa.
You hear me?
I'm about to erase myself from history. Shit.
I just had a brother and a new son at the same time.
So this is a story about their actual. Okay, their sisters, not mother-daughter, right? This is say-
No. The sisters are the sisters. The mother daughter are actual sisters.
Okay, so I won't say who, on air.
Oh, shit.
But I know somebody with the opposite.
What the
where
hell?
They had a child so young that the mother decided it'd be better to pretend that was her daughter. And to this day, it's
Oh,
mother-daughter who are actually pretend to be sisters.
Oh, no.
Because the woman that I know had this girl so young,
Like, how young
How-
are we
if you
talking?
say-
15?
13.
Oh, shit. Wowzers.
Yeah, that's heavy.
13 or 14.
That's heavy.
Way before I knew her, but 13 or 14.
Oh,
Because when I met her, this
no.
girl was like 6 or 7 already.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's,
Hey,
So I mean, so I'm saying like, so I know somebody who's like, it's a similar, but it's the other
Yeah.
flip version of it.
Yeah, same thing,
where,
yeah.
So where they had to do that.
Oh, man. Oh, gee.
it ain't quite as messed up, but I got a brother.
I'm saying a brother cousin.
What?
It ain't quite as extensive or as like whatever. That's just my daddy and Papa was a Rolling Stone, but I got a brother.
What the hell?
So my aunt,
Do.
like straight up, he straight hit my aunt.
That did he know?
Yeah. Fuck yeah, he knew.
Just farted.
my daddy, man, he wasn't. Man, yeah, he knew.
Come on, man.
I'm serious.
He liked to knock boots, so he didn't care which kind.
Yeah. So he had me
That's some Jerry Springer shit. man.
and split and talked to her sister. Yeah.
How the hell she let that go down?
She didn't let it go down at all. My mom was done with him. The other one, that's on them. I don't know. I mean, women choose what they want to choose sometimes. I mean, she wanted him, but I definitely got a brother.
That's fucking
Wild.
bizarre,
It's
man.
it's kind of gross, too. I'm like, I can't believe he did
That's
it.
some Jerry Springer
It
shit,
is.
man.
You are the father. I'm sorry. It's no not there. You are the father, motherfucker. DNA says it. It's like straight
my
up.
God.
Man,
So he really is his own grandpa.
in a sense, yeah. But I mean, yeah, that's wild, man. I was like, damn. At least
Oh my God.
I couldn't.
So
understand.
if that kid had a kid,
That'd be my nephew's son.
right?
Oh, wait, hold on. Back to you.
said nephew.
Okay, I'm sorry. Your question was,
If my brother,
Yeah, brother
a kid.
has a kid.
and it's a boy, it's my nephew's son.
That's
And if it's a girl, it's my
Nephew.
niece's son.
I'm still stuck on the nephew's part. I'm not gonna
Dude,
lie.
that is fantastic. That is an excellent.
I'm still stuck
excellent
on the
combination of
nephew.
terms.
It just happened.
that is hilarious.
That's fucking great.
That's hilarious.
I'm just saying, though, man. I mean,
Damn that
it's-
quick mind of yours, boy.
Right?
I love
it's,
it.
It's
That's
spirals.
incredible. Absolutely incredible.
I actually have a similar story to tap into on this one.
Now
However,
this all makes me think of
But
fucking
however-
Law and
It
Order.
wasn't with me.
When fucking Ludacris
Yes.
was actually his brother,
Yes.
but kept being his cousin.
Yes. What a great.
But it wasn't Finn's boy. It was the I was like, oh shit.
What
It's
a great
ridiculous
show.
how shit like
I
that
love that show.
all right. So in your case, though, everyone knows who they really are, or do they?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh for sure.
So again, getting back to Daddy's point of view, the sister-daughter does not truly know that her mom's sister mom, is
Her sister
Sister.
is her true bloodline sister.
T and Tamara. Or
Right. Facts.
I know references. I got it. Them bras are hot.
Right.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
I knew you guys have fun with that story. When I heard it on the
Oh,
radio,
fuck.
my mouth dropped. I'm
That's,
like, what the
that's
hell?
strange.
That's really strange. But the odd thing about this now is that honestly, she let that go on this long.
I'm saying, like I said, the kid's 34.
That's messed up.
Seriously, that's a situation.
Pride's a motherfucker.
That needs to be hashed out. I want to say either before college or right after graduating college, something like that.
Man, I think you could have told that kid when they was 9, 10. Like,
no.
they
I'll
have
be-
enough thinking power to try to understand something like that.
Man, but
I would say-
you're flirting on a very
Yes,
watchy
very-
road though. At that young,
man. That's too.
I'll
That's too
give
young.
you 18, 19, 20
But
type
why?
age.
Tell me this. So you give a child these standards because you raise them and you teach them all of these different things. Well, you got to think that they're actually grasping things outside of what you're teaching them as well, right?
True.
Discovery Channel, school, whatever.
Right,
have it.
right.
Well, if you got something bizarre like this happening and it needs to be spoken about, I think that the sooner the better. I think it's just that bridge on where you're gonna lose that person as a family member, or you're gonna,
She know me.
make it happen better. It's different. Because I think that might make your son or daughter closer to
Does she
you.
wanna?
True. Oh. Wait, huh?
I don't know.
No. He stepdad was saying something funny.
I was just being a dickhead, sorry.
I think that could, bring some relationships closer, knowing things.
Yes, but
younger.
you're flirting with a thin line with like the harsh reality as well as like the harsh truth and like I won't say it's parallel reality, but of course you want them to grow. However, let their mind
Develop.
yes, and not bend like that
Oh,
hard.
well, I get that because you're talking at that point. You're talking about sexual relation. You're talking about
everything. Just
conceiving
because
and
you might
everything.
be ready to have a conversation,
right. I can feel
they might
that.
not be ready
I digress.
upstairs.
I understand what you.
No.
No.
That's-
I get what you're saying though. Not fully pulling back, but I understand where my point might have been skewed in the sense that view could be looked at a certain way because then you're tapping into different things. Sexuality. You're talking about conceiving children and all of that
Yes.
stuff. So the birds and the bees and all of that stuff has happened way before because like how was that my sister? How was that my mom? How was this?
However, but for your point, I'll say it truly does depend on the child itself and how developed that child
Agreed.
is. Me personally, for average 10-year-olds are not ready for something
That's what I said.
That-
18,
that-
19,
No, I
20
agree.
type.
that broad.
I
Like,
agree.
what say you, stepdaddy?
Well, I was just going to say, to sort of piggyback on his point, how do you tell a child you're getting a divorce? I mean, I know it's not the exact same thing. We're talking
True.
sisters and grandma, mothers, and stuff like
You're
that.
talking
but,
about the gravity of a situation.
right, but it's the gravity. I mean, you're talking about a mom and a dad splitting up, seriously, and you have to somehow tell that 9 or 10-year-old that that's happening. Sure, you're going to use different words, but you still have to make that a point across to them so they understand that you're now dealing with 2 separate households. Maybe 3, depending on how fucked up the situation is.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're still dealing with a very heavy situation. There are ways to explain it to somebody. Really, as long as they can grasp language, there's a way to explain the situation to them where they can understand enough basics where it's not. It doesn't become this longer term problem where you keep. I'll push it off till next year.
Right.
And then it's a little more weird. I push it off next year. I push it off to weird. I mean, yes, I understand as you get to like the teenage and college level years, yes, now you have dealt with and have learned and have heard of all these different types of situations. You understand the basics of the birds and bees, you hope. You understand how genetics work on a very basic level. It makes easier logical sense to get with it. But now you're dealing with somebody who is more emotionally developed, and now that might hurt them more. And so it gets even worse when you're talking about 34 or 40-year-olds.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So, I mean, there is, like you said, it depends on the kid. It really does. You have to know your own children to know. But there are other situations you might have to tell your child that are almost as gravitas, are almost as heavy.
Yes.
Potentially that, you're going to have to find a way to do it. So, anyway, I just when he said that, I thought of the divorce idea just because it reinforced maybe what he was sort of thinking.
Yeah.
So so play devil's advocate on what you're saying. So I understand. Yes, you have to tell a child who is, let's say, 9 years old that mom and dad are splitting. But I think this is a little bit more heavier, knowing that this 10-year-old little girl or boy, well in this case a girl, that the woman that she always called mommy, who was near dear to her heart, who would protect her like a mama bear, is honestly her sister, basically in equal language of, you didn't come out my womb, the mommy stork didn't drop you off to me and daddy and everything,
Right.
all that good stuff. I think it takes her mind and it doesn't ruin it, but is she honestly going to comprehend the whole situation itself? I think that is a little bit, again, just a little way worse than a divorce. Because again, they know that. Excuse me. That little girl. If that's if that's mom and daddy, they know that little girl is know that the father's gonna love her still. He's not in the house all the time. Mom is still gonna love her and everything. They just couldn't get along with each other.
Right.
compared to like this is going to honestly, truly alter her world.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna warp her. I think mentally it would warp you, but it gets to a point where like you know that your peoples ain't faking with you. To me, I think it's like where as a parent you can say that, oh well, my dad never lied to me. Like I could withhold some things and be like, no, we'll talk about this later, and just never bring the conversation up until this time, and just keep pushing it off, but never really like lying. I just withheld information. Right. But then when it's time to like really talk about it, you give it to them cutting, like straight. It's like, damn, my pop kept it real with me, or my mom's kept it real with me. I think that kind of holds a bigger place than that warping, because I think we all got our own little ticks, some loose screws in all of us.
Yeah,
so
facts.
When, like, who's to say which part of your loose screws came from which situation? Like, what warped you? What made you this way? Like, because now this little girl could be like, okay, well, my mama said this, well, now we know it's the real, but they gave it to me straight up, and now she's able to compartmentalize when something being told truthful to her compared to, like, seeing somebody lying to her and not knowing.
Right.
She has those telltale signs, those, what they say, like, book smart, street smart situations that she could read in between because of what she was given at home. I think that holds some value.
So real quick before we get off this topic, and get into what Stat Daddies would say, some more so Stat Daddy want to talk about. Same situation that Daddy talked about. What would honestly would you will believe to be an appropriate age to tell her the truth? That mommy I'm actually your sister, not your mother. What do you honestly believe was an appropriate age? Because remember too, she's she's 34 now. So telling her now, yes, it's gonna fuck her up. However, me personally, I want to say somewhere close to what you said. You said 10. I would think like 14, 15.
So freshman, sophomore.
Yes, that way. Cause so everybody knows it'll be she's gonna have the freshman blues and everything. Trying to fit in, but with this fitting in, you got this on top of her. So expect like changes in attitude. The grades will depending on how she is will drop her grades because she got so much on her goddamn mind. Yeah. Hopefully by sophomore junior year she came to grips with it. Got the answers she needed and will come, and realize, all right, cool. No matter what it is, like even though you're my sister, I'm gonna still look at you as my mother, but I know you're my sister, and you took the have the nads to raise me as your daughter. So I know that when you really have your own daughter, you're gonna be great at it, and I'm gonna be an aunt, as well as take from that, like when it's time for me to have kids, I'll be good. Yeah. However, you never know how she's going to honestly, truly react to that.
Well, I got a two-part for that. I think that first and foremost, the age is almost kind of like not there as long as it's over 13. For me now, after us talking and breaking some stuff down. But I think that also, when does that young person, man or female in this situation, but female now, when did she start having relations? Because then, like I said, we were breaking into other things when it comes to certain stuff like that. So maybe after she's started, growing into her womanhood, or her young ladyhood, like you can start bridging where, hey, well, this is how this happened because of actual physical touch, in a sense, and it go into that.
What about something of 8th grade? What's the age range in 8th grade?
That's 12, 13.
12. That's again. So Charles, right? Yeah. So I would think around that age will be fine. Me personally, that's just me. So you said I say
around that age as well, but right. I think it's I think it might have to go towards, like you said, about the maturity level of the child, and it can be more so deemed worthy after, because you're talking about having a child after they start doing things that perpetuate having children.
Right. All right. So let's throw it out the window. Let's use just an average. She's an average child, so they grasp the concept just like any other kid. So again, I will say 13, 14. You say the Same age?
Yeah, I say 13,
All
14.
right. Stepdaddy, you?
I really think it depends on the kid. I think there's plenty of ways to explain it to a 9-year-old. Like, there are ways just to be you can be vague about it and still get the point across. Hey, at one point in time, there was someone who loved me, and I had a child with that person, and that was you. But because of when it happened, your sister had someone who loved her, and her child didn't make it. And I wanted her to feel what it was like to have a child, so I let her be your mother, when in actuality I am. But nothing changes because we all love you the same.
Right.
There. I mean,
That's very well said.
It takes a whole lot more than that, but like, I mean, that is appropriate for a 9-year-old, essentially, like in terms. I'm not going into sexuality like that, but
Right.
I'm trying to keep things vague enough, but where they understand that nothing really has to change because everyone in that situation, hopefully, it feels the same way about that kid,
So-
that person. I mean, but again, that's from looking at it from not a father standpoint. It's looking at it from
No,
you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just saying,
you
like,
said it more smoothly than us fathers that are our fathers.
Yeah, I definitely do.
So,
I didn't feel it
question.
going on.
You have this conversation. Do you have this person go from calling you mom to calling you sis?
Who?
If you're going to,
Are you going to bring this up to a 9-year-old, to a 13, 14,
I let
15?
them decide what they feel comfortable calling me. Just
I think that's the best thing, right?
I mean,
there.
I'm saying if I feel at whatever age that it's the time to break it down, then I let them determine what the appropriate thing. It's just like, I mean, it's not just like, but in my head, I'm thinking of this in terms of step parents. Do you call that person, that step parent, mom or dad? Do you call them by their first name? I mean, that's a discussion you should have when you get to that point. How do you two feel comfortable in that situation? What is the appropriate terms to use for me? Like, I've always just been, when I've dated women who have kids, just my name. I'm Michael. I'm Mike. I'm Ziggy, whatever.
Right.
Because it's easy. I can answer to it easier.
Right.
You know,
I come in and just say I'm daddy.
Yeah, I mean, but
I'm
you
daddy
said
to you and
to
to your
random
mama.
strangers. You know what I'm saying?
I'm daddy to you and your mama. Now
But
what?
I mean, but like, so that's where I'm coming from experience-wise. Like, that's why I think the way I do.
dear God. Yes, child.
I don't believe in your ass. Go away.
All right, so you say basically 9. So you say
I mean,
nine.
Like I said, I can find a way that I think I could be comfortable telling someone around 8 or 9.
All right.
Because I think the phrase that I use, the terminology I use, doesn't sound too childish, but didn't sound like I would. You know, I could even tell a 13-year-old that same thing without to go into the fucking nitty-gritty of it.
Right.
And again, as long as they understand that from a love perspective, nobody feels any different about you. You're loved the exact same
Right.
way, and that's the only really important thing. Yes, biologically, shit is different, and it may have to come up in things down the line.
It will,
Medically,
yeah,
like,
right.
I mean, medically, it could
Absolutely.
change stuff. But in terms of how much I love you, the way I care about you, and how much I'm going to defend you as a part of me, none of that changes. Whether I call you my daughter, my sister, my mom, whatever. Like, I don't feel like that has to change. As long as you feel comfortable. If you need time to process that, I understand, but let me know and let's talk about it together. Don't deal with this on your own,
Right.
please. Like,
Too heavy.
Right.
Let's
Yeah,
make sure
that's too
let's
big
make
of
sure
a
we
burden,
keep
right.
communicating about this stuff. But you know, I mean, I can say that sitting here because I'm not in the situation, and I don't have kids to relate to half the time. So, and I got a 4-year-old that all I have to do is fucking chase him around the yard.
All right, so you can do it in an early age. So you'll say 9 and up,
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, I could be okay with that.
All right, so 9 and up. So we'll say 9 and 10 for you. All right, Daddy. Your last one. What age?
I can see that. Like, breaking it down the way stepdaddy break it down. I can see from 9 up, for sure. Like you said, don't have to be graphic.
No.
It can
No,
just
no,
be-
absolutely not. No.
Be, to the point. Like, the love is still the same no matter who you label in this, who you label in that. We're all family and we all love each other and kind of go from there. So definitely, what's 9? A 4th grader? Yeah.
Yeah, fourth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's I can
4th,
get
5th
behind,
grade. Yeah.
I can get behind that for sure.
All right, cool. All right. Nice little. Hey, that's a nice little.
I knew. I told you it's gonna.
Yeah,
it's a
I'm not
thinker,
gonna-
man.
Hey,
It
yeah,
was.
for real. It makes you think. I'm not gonna lie. It honestly makes you think of your life, as well as your kids, if you have any and everything, nieces, nephews, and what will you honestly probably do in that situation? Because everybody has a plan until you get knocked in the face. So, all right. That's a good one, Daddy. That's why I like that. That was a good one. That was a good one. That was a good one.
Good one.
Hey, coach, that's a good one.
That was a good one. All right. Last one from Stepdaddy. Sir.
So one little before I go with this, or I'll do the funny thing at the very end.
All right.
So real quick, it's semi-serious. It's a little personal, but I'm gonna try and stay away from giving out names. But I want to ask the question: when is a teacher a teacher? And I'm basing it on the age of the children. At what age is a person to your child a teacher, and not just someone who's a babysitter to them?
So, to me, if that someone comes into your class and has a class itinerary, what they're going to do, what they're going to do, if they have tests, how they'll be graded, if you're going to grade it, all that stuff, blah, 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 you are considered a teacher. Fuck the bullshit. Even if you are a sub, you have a class itinerary, what they're going to do, and they will be graded on it. And it was going to count against their overall grade down the line. Yes, you're no longer.
Do I need to explain the situation a little better? Okay.
No.
I'm
But he
making sure,
wants.
'cause I spoke to you beforehand a little bit why Mel was eating, so I don't know if you heard the conversation or not, and you weren't here.
You can be a teacher in other ways other than the classroom,
I think
because
so,
we
too.
are our kids' first teacher.
True.
And uncles and aunts are teachers to their nieces and nephews. So I don't need to be graded, but we are teachers.
True. So, but in this situation,
Unpaid teachers, by the way.
true.
Well, so I mean,
Go ahead, Sam, go ahead.
So, trying to stay. This is a situation about a person who, as of 2 weeks ago, was considered a teacher in preschool, and is now being told that they are no longer considered teachers because they don't teach people in grade school. They teach preschool. And so they don't get the benefits that a grade school teacher would get now.
No. So this is.
I mean,
so,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this is why I'm pausing the question. And again, it's something I can talk to you guys about
Right.
while we're cleaning up.
Right.
Because I don't want to, until I know more sides of the story and I'm told that I'm allowed to really go into it.
So
I'm just questioning.
So this
because-
person is not considered a teacher because they're in preschool?
They're being told that because they do preschool, they're considered more of a
daycare?
Well, a daycare, or I use the pejorative term glorified babysitter because
you're still
here.
teaching these kids.
Exactly. So this is the thing, and I'm gonna break the mold with it. Understand this, y'all. As soon as you give somebody custodial duty over your child,
Yes.
they're a teacher.
Thank you.
Babysitter.
That's why I said aunts and uncles. Absolutely.
I mean,
It all makes sense.
Little Jill could be 15.
right.
If I give you, like when you talked about the whole itinerary thing, if I give you a set diet for my babies, tablet time, pardon me, whatever, and you follow those rules, that is teaching my child.
Bus driver,
Bus driver. It's all the same. It's all the same.
Yeah, bus driver's a teacher because you need to make sure my kid gets to that school safe, and I need to make sure that you're sober and you're not driving.
Right, and
Right.
you know, hopefully
That's-
you're keeping my kid
Right.
somewhat calm and teaching him
That's
like
a teaching
how it is to
moment.
be in public or what like that.
That's
Yeah.
a teaching moment.
You need a bus stop. You mean to hold?
Yeah, please.
Like no one.
My other daughter. If I can get up.
Yeah, no one fucking thinks about that shit, man. It's other teachers other than the teachers that are getting paid to be teachers. Like it's everyone that's involved in that kid is teaching that kid something. Whether it's you gotta buy. I need you to sit in the seat when you're in the bus. You know, that's teaching that kid that you can't get up and do whatever the fuck you want.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Be respectful of everyone else's
Exactly.
space and time and everything like that.
Right,
Yeah.
aunt and uncle. When you come over to aunt Uncle Zig's gonna give you some structure. This is what you can do.
Right. You're not allowed to hit your mom and dad.
Exactly.
Please, what are you doing? Stop that. Come here. Let me
Exactly.
explain to you. You can't hit mommy and daddy.
So what are you doing? You're teaching that kid, your nephew, like, hey, here's the line I can cross with Uncle Zig. Here's the line that I can't cross. You know, that's
Yeah.
teaching moments. You know what I'm saying? Unpaid, again.
Right. Well, and that's something I'll talk about later.
And what ends up happening before you land inside of your real point, what ends up happening is that, and it's in several different concepts of just for reality right now. People get caught up in semantics, you know. So now it's like, oh, because of this child's age, you're not teaching them.
Right.
That's bullshit.
That is bullshit.
It's bullshit. You still doing ABCs 1, 2, 3s, ain't you?
Right.
Now I'm not saying that you're just watching them and putting them
Right.
to sleep.
Developing artistic
Artistic-
abilities,
Right.
social
Everything.
skills with being around other kids.
Arts and crafts, all of it. It is still a teaching moment. So you can't just eliminate that from that person because of an age group. I mean, shoot, for me, I feel like it'd be harder to teach a 4-year-old than a 14-year-old.
Facts.
Right, because you're doing a very early developing mind as opposed to someone who has
Hormones.
10 years of at least learning or whatever's going on in their brains and like that,
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that's how I saw it. Just it's something that there's a background behind this that I'm not at liberty to really discuss without being told I can, but it just felt like something was going wrong, and I wanted to get some other opinions of fathers too, who who have had to deal with teachers and maybe not similar situation, but have had to deal with their kids being in the care of someone else for 6 to 8 hours a day or whatever's going on. And how would you feel if that person was suddenly being told, well, just because you have a 3-year-old, you're no longer a teacher, you're just you're a daycare system for me now. Like you're doing nothing that should be considered the qualifications of what a teacher is set. Like that rubbed me wrong.
Yeah, you
but
can't,
I'm not.
do that. You can't do that because there's different levels of teaching.
Yeah.
And at preschool / daycare, there's different levels compared to dealing with punk ass 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds. It's you can't tell what just like being a full-time mom, like staying at home. You can't tell me that's not a fucking job.
Yeah.
That's a fucking job.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying? So just because I send my kids to preschool, you're teaching my kids something.
Right.
You're not just letting them sit there and fucking play tables, eat, and sleep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
If they're slackers, if they're not doing shit, fine, then I get it. Then get them out, get someone in there who actually does their job. But that position should still be considered a teacher of some kind. Whatever their qualification needed ahead of time, preschool teacher, early developmental teacher, whatever, early childhood, that's fine. The word teacher should still be in their fucking title.
I mean, let's think about it this way too, though.
I mean, we call dentists doctors, don't we?
Right.
Because they have to learn anatomy about teeth and gums specifically.
Facts. But let's think about this. What if that teacher's first job was daycare?
And then they moved up.
Had to move up. They had to start somewhere.
Right.
Who wants to just jump into high school?
Right.
Some people don't want to just jump into their situation. So they ground zeroed the situation. They went to daycare. So, okay, now I can see where this is going. Then hit elementary school, then hit the high school, or whatever, so on and so forth. That might have just been a ground point for this teacher. So breaking his spirit just because you don't think that this should be a qualification is, once again, I think, people playing with semantics. You're just trying to deal with the terms and the words and the way that you look at and respect somebody is bullshit. It's ridiculous because you can learn from everybody.
From everybody. That's what I said. It takes a village to raise a fucking child, and everybody's teaching that kid something.
Yeah.
Like I knew in my neighborhood, Meacham, if I cussed in front of my boy's mom, she gonna put them hands on me.
Yep. And she gonna tell my mama.
She gonna tell my mama.
And my mama gonna put her hands
again.
on me.
And I'm getting hands twice. Mm-hmm. So is that not a teaching moment?
It is.
Come on now, man.
For me and the Peabodys, it was all about perspective of, especially of
Whack ass neighborhood.
we're not Meacham. Trust me, we're not Meacham.
He's such a
We're not
dickbag.
Meacham. You guys are like what? 2 blocks of shit. Yeah, try like 18 blocks perimeter.
We were out 10 blocks, so get your lie right.
Oh, okay, 10 blocks. Shit,
He's too fucking
2
clowns.
blocks. That's what it
love
was.
it.
But no,
10,
it was all about
Get your lie
but
right.
it was all about the respect of the elder women as well as elder men too. But the elder women definitely had it.
Oh,
so if
for
you
sure.
so you ain't cussing in front of Miss McClendon or Miss Backus' house.
You could cuss.
Oh no! You can. Yeah, you're right. You cuss.
consequences.
But if you they hear they hear that, go outside. Boy, what the hell wrong? I'm sorry, Miss Backus. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Bliss. Boy, your mama taught you better than that.
Yep.
All right,
She gonna
take
find
your
out
ass.
again.
No,
Damn it.
get your
Come
ass
on
no.
now.
And in
And
front of
she-
the ends, they'll cut you out.
And she ain't dropping it the whole time you outside.
Right.
Like every time she see you for the next week, you gonna hear about, don't make me call your mama.
Right.
Don't make me call your
Right.
mama.
Facts.
All the time.
Facts.
All the time.
Ain't
She gonna
nothing, boy.
tell
Don't get it
you.
wrong. Like getting a whooping. It's something, but it's not. It's nothing compare of getting your ass whooped because somebody called your mama house like your son was still this.
Oh, not
Or
my
cousin.
baby.
Like what he did? What? All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Gladys.
Thank you, Gladys. Thank you, Cheryl. Barbara.
Can you still see him?
Right.
Can you still see
right.
him?
Thank you.
Can you still see him?
You see him right there?
Is
Is he right there?
Put him
Tell
on
him
the
to bring his ass here.
Bring his black
Tell him
ass
to
home.
bring his ass home. Bring his ass here.
Bring his black
What
ass
up,
here.
that's where you go, but
You hear me? Matter of fact, here's the
Teeth and shit.
killer. Here's the killer part too. Here's the killer part. Here's the killer part. You say your mom call you, or she call your mom. Mom like, is either tell them coming on like, hold on a second, Miss Baggins. Darrell, your mom won't talk to you.
Ooh, you scared.
That's the worst thing ever.
Come here. You be on the third floor. Come here. You're on the base floor on the ground, but she's on the third floor. She'll call you up. Just to tell you, your mom will talk to you. Talk to her. You put your phone.
Oh, man.
Hello. Boy, don't hello me. What the fuck is wrong with you cussing in front of these people?
Man.
Bring your ass here. Bring your ass here.
Or when
yes,
they say that full name.
Oh yeah, the whole
They say
government.
that whole government.
Well,
Boy,
So
you
my
know
mom
you in
never
trouble.
did. She never did the whole government name. However, it's just the way she called you. Drew, bring your motherfucking ass here.
Yeah.
Bring your fucking ass here.
Through the teeth. Just what we talking about, man.
Boy, bring your black ass home. That's it. And after that, it was curtains.
Yeah, my mom hardly ever used that first name. Yeah, but she said my first name. She said that William, boy. I know it was Fight City, boy. I know I was in some hell to play. Goddamn it! So, it probably happened. I can probably count on one hand how many times she said the whole name, but I hate that damn name to this day.
man.
If you dare call me that W name, I will cuss your motherfucking ass out.
Nah, I know.
Right. But he was a good kid. He didn't get in trouble, didn't cuss in front of people, or did he?
Talking about stepdaddy.
Stepdaddy, damn right.
I still cussed from my parents. I started when I was 14. I was an idiot.
Just a little.
Called my dad by his first name when I was in high school.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
didn't
No,
do
yeah,
that.
you were strong. Hey, yeah, and hey, my son, 19.
I pushed the boundaries as far as I could.
Yeah, you get shy fucking around over here.
The funny thing is, my son now he calls me father but that's only from the anime shit he watched. But he
Nerd.
never say he don't got the balls to call me by my first name. And he
Nerds.
knows my motherfucking first name.
I realized I could break brooms over my ass, so it's fine.
Fuck.
It was
Pop
easy,
up.
man. Oh my gosh.
Don't stop, but
Right.
don't
It
stop.
didn't hurt anyway.
Got all
No
I
fucking
mean,
way.
actually, made my mom more mad that time she fucking did it too. You broke the broom. Well, hit me with it.
Right.
My fault.
Right.
My
I mean-
big ass is big.
You gonna fuck around, learn today.
Right. But was that it, sir?
Well, so okay. So speaking of family, we were doing some Easter yesterday at my sister's house, and we were out in the yard, because it was really nice yesterday afternoon. Little man wanted to play
Beautiful
outside.
day yesterday.
Yeah,
All weekend.
little man wanted to play outside. You guys play ladder golf? It's gotta be a white person thing.
Hold on, is that with the tennis ball?
Well, it's like a small ladder, it has 3 different rungs, and you put like 2 golf balls on a rope.
Yeah,
and
I
you throw
played it.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Still a white sport.
might be another name. I don't know. I mean, sure. Anyway, so we're playing my sister and brother-in-law's house.
We made it into a drinking game, so yeah, I played it.
Well, it was getting late at night. We couldn't do that.
Yeah, it's very dangerous.
But so it's my brother and I on a team, my sister and my brother-in-law on a team, and I mean we're goofing off. We're not great at it. My brother throws one of these things, and just trying to be goofy about it, like getting all mad. Now there's this. Like these big flower pots that he was using, they were empty. We were using to throw like trash in it real fast. We could just take the whole thing over. He's just trying to be all funny about it. He goes to kick it over. He puts his fucking foot right through it.
He shattered it.
Oh, I mean, he put a fucking foot-size hole in the side of this fucking flower pot that's probably, it's about 2/3 as big around as this thing, right? I mean, it's a plastic flower pot
Right,
thing.
right.
I mean, it's it's almost like the tubs like you put like the kegs in and shit
Right.
back in the day.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, he blasts his foot right through this thing. He immediately starts laughing so fucking hard. He falls out on the ground, rolling around the grass. I mean, and I'm laughing too.
White
My
people
sister,
shit.
my sister just looks over. He's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Well, then come to find out, she walks over and goes, "You broke through 2?" He's like, "2?" Sure enough, there were 2 of them put together.
How hard he kicked this
I
motherfucker?
mean,
just to kick a little.
just like if you go kick something over. I mean,
Yeah.
but he put his whole hoof right through this thing and then fell out for a good 5 minutes rolling in the grass.
Oh, man, that's
I mean,
funny.
and I couldn't stop laughing. Then she was laughing. My mom was laughing. My dad was inside because he can't come down the stairs.
Right.
I can see him in there chuckling. My brother-in-law is just shaking his head. And little guy's going, I don't know what's so funny, but I'm going to start laughing too.
Right.
And he's running around in circles, beating up on my brother. Oh, my. I mean,
That's funny.
It almost had me in tears yesterday.
That's
watching
that
this
good,
idiot.
That's that good laugh.
Yes,
boy.
I mean, watching this idiot. Because, I mean, I think the thing was he was in such shock that he actually put his foot through this thing and then just rolled around. And then he was even more shocked when he found out there were two of them.
Oh, man, that's
And
awesome.
He's like, how much these cost? And I think Craig was like, I don't know, 25 a piece. Like, ah! Then he was
There
dead.
goes $50.
Then he was dead. I was like, you're such a fucking idiot.
That's
Kind of
awesome.
reminds me of a Stink Meaner from the Boondocks when he came back from hell. he was training, and he did put his feet through some flower pots.
Did he?
I got me some nunchucks. That shit was funny, man. God damn, man, I miss the Boondocks, dog.
Man, I thought you guys get a kick out of that story because, I mean, he's a goof. He's an absolute
funny.
goof. But
That's what's up.
so, I mean, after a whole day of us just acting up and being silly to each other, oh my God.
But no,
that was
but
the icing on the cake for sure.
But that's saying that. See how what you did was, you ended the day with a laugh. The whole family laughed. You had a family moment.
Yep.
Even
And
the
a
little
teaching moment because as we were cleaning up, little man didn't like that he had to clean up, and he tried to throw one of the things at Daddy. And Grandma was like, get inside. And he got inside and started throwing an attitude, and Grandma was like, I guess he took his shoes off and threw one at Grandma. She's like, sit on that couch, face the wall. You can't watch TV, and made sure the TV was on loud enough for him to hear it too.
Oh, torture.
And it's, I mean, that's his thing.
Right.
So when I got done cleaning up, I came in and sat next to him, and he gave me that look like, I don't want to talk to you. I'm like, you're going to talk to me. Talk to me. What'd you do wrong? And he, with the autism, like he doesn't like to answer. He puts his head down. But after you asked him a couple times, he eventually like looked up at me and was like, I tried to hit Daddy. I was like, are you supposed to hit Daddy? First he goes, yes. I'm like, you're not supposed to hit your dad. Stop it. Like, no, I'm not supposed to hit my dad. I'm like, you got to stop doing that. I'm like, I know you were mad, but it was time to clean up. It was 6:30. You got to get your bath. You got to get your, nighttime. You got school
It's
tomorrow.
time to wind
and stuff.
down.
You
It's
got to
time to
wind
wind
down.
down.
right.
I'm like, look, I got to leave. But I mean, it was a small, very teachable moment real fast to let him know that he was in trouble, but he wasn't. We're not mad at him. We just want him to learn it's not the right thing to do.
Right. Hey. Learn that lesson, baby.
That's all I got. That's all the bullshit I got for the night.
That's funny.
I'll have plenty more next week.
Oh yeah. I believe we have a sports section
Always got sports, baby.
with the dad
Always got
ad.
sports.
What's cracking?
Well,
lacking.
I'll go real quick. The Blues got two remaining games left. Wednesday night against the Stars, then Thursday night for the Stars, and then see you next season.
Okay. I mean,
That's
pretty much. Yeah.
the city, St. Louis City.
Got a little bit of an ass whooping by Seattle.
they didn't look great. This will be
2 in a row.
that's gonna be 4 quarters in a row not scoring a goal. So we lost 3-0.
3-0. Ooh, who we play?
We play Seattle. They're a tough team.
Was it only 3?
It's 3-0.
I thought it was closer to 4 or 5.
It was 3-0.
Was it? Okay. I thought it looked worse than that. Maybe I was wrong.
From what I remember, because I was watching it, because I was wanting to throw a bottle.
Now, Mel, do I got to take you inside and tell you about throwing bottles at people?
and face
Right.
the corner.
Right.
And then
Battlehawks
the
ball. Yeah,
Battlehawks.
baby.
You got something to say about that? Because I do believe your little dusty ass was at the game.
Yes, my pretty ass was there. Yo, ugly ass was home and shit.
Yeah, the final was 3-0. That's what I
Okay.
thought.
Yes, I did go to the Barterhouse game. They did win against the Vipers, who looked pretty damn good too.
They're gonna be.
They look. They with this QB. I think they got something, and there are going to be a lot of NFL players who do not make the league next year. They get cut and just sitting there waiting. But until then, they can play for XFL teams. Vegas could be a good land spot for a lot of them.
What was
The score of that game was it
21-17?
Yeah, 21-17.
What was the total people? 'Cause I think they beat it.
Yes.
When me and Stepdaddy went to the first home opener, which was 30.
38,
38.
Yeah.
So Saturday's total was 35, 180 something. So 35,180 80-ish people.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good, yes.
For a city that can't support a football
I
team.
think the league average with all 8 teams and whatever's going on, I think the league average in attendance is like
17. So.
is it 17? I thought it was like 13.
Oh, no, you could right. Yeah.
I mean, 13-7 like that. So we're almost 3 times the league average
But we can't support
by
it.
ourselves.
We can't
I
support
mean,
it.
we are literally carrying basically the entire league. I think other than it's Houston. Like it's one of the Texas teams.
Yeah, it's Houston.
I think Houston is like one of the only other teams that actually draws like consistently like in the 10,000-ish range. Where everybody else is like in the single thousands range.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they have like a really hot game and then it's a very low, which I don't get it.
I don't either. Because I know we got 3 more games left and that's the season. Well,
It's more
still
football.
Playoffs.
No, 2
It's-
more games. 2. We got 2 more.
Were we just at home this weekend? Yes, because you went. So yeah,
Yeah.
There's 3. The last 3 games are home. So yes.
So, yes, 2 more games left. We, of course, say we need to win so we can get in. Win to get in, all that good shit. Me personally, though he was kind of a little squirmish a little bit in the beginning, Tiano was a little bit better, has more heart, and a bigger arm than AJ.
Yeah, I told you weeks ago I'm not an AJ fan.
I told you since day one I wasn't AJ fan.
Came out of Alabama. Name a good Alabama quarterback.
Joe Namath.
I mean, get out of here. Well, let's be through.
I'm just saying. You said name.
Come on now. That was in the 70s. Talking current.
Actually, 60s.
Whatever. I'm talking current.
So even worse.
Right. Talking current on the Nick Saban era of all these national championships. He has not produced a quarterback.
Because he has too much talent. The QB has too much talent around him, so he can't really be judged of how good he really is. So, yes, you're right about that. To answer your question, what Alabama quarterback has honestly came out and he was literally good? And
I mean, we had one that just played in the Super Bowl this year. He's from Alabama / Oklahoma.
Yes, you're right about that. You're right. But do you call him an Alabama quarterback or an Oklahoma quarterback?
He would be Oklahoma because that's where
Yeah.
just like Cam Newton was a Florida Gator.
Yep.
And then he went to
Auburn.
So can't call him a Gator. You say
Nope.
he had a cup of coffee in Florida, but he wasn't.
So yeah, I can't. Yeah, you can't use. Oh my God, the Eagles QB. His name is Jalen Hurts as a Bama. He played, yes, but he didn't come. He didn't leave him.
Played in the national championship
And so he could have been the first. But however, again, they want to go for flash. Well, not flash, but
AJ McLaren type quarterbacks.
yeah. Up to the back. Yes, Wes. Yes. Tua Tagovailoa is a Bama QB.
Facts.
And he is, I won't say he's on the way out. However, if Miami can get something from him, he's gone.
Like by Felicia gone.
Yeah, yeah. Matter of fact, I got Mike White, who was the backup for the Jets, and he had a good season with the Jets too. If he competes for number 1, I think Mike White will take that spot.
He ain't taking that from Tua.
He is
Tua's a threat.
I think Mike White's arm better than his.
His arm is better, facts, but his legs aren't.
True, but he can get away from it. But he knows how not to get knocked the fuck out. He knows if he's not going to run away. He's not going to run backwards and get concussed instead of throwing the motherfucking ball away, trying to make a fucking play.
How embarrassing.
God damn.
Yeah, crazy.
Right. So yeah.
2 more other sports thing, then that's all I got. So Cardinals are 3-6. They don't look great.
Nope.
Pitching's terrible. We're losing at the moment. So we'll probably be 3-7 after the night. And then watch.
I guess was that is the offense still producing?
Yeah.
So it's just
Yeah,
the pitchers,
yeah.
like,
Starting pitchers. No one's pitching to the 6th inning. They're usually
Yeah,
getting
was that
Steven Matz tonight.
Friday night, I think I had noticed that again. That was the same thing.
Yeah, that's all they're doing, man. These give up hits early, then they settle down, but by then it's too late. So. And I watched some golf this weekend. It's kind of funny.
yeah.
The Masters.
Boo.
Yeah, watch yourself. So the guy that won,
These two.
guy's name is John Ram. Good golfer. So you guys know about the other league that where all the professional golfers.
LIV, the live.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So out of the top 5, 3 of them were live golfers. I'm sure the PJ fucking loved that shit.
They were what again?
The top 5, 3 of them are guys that left the PGA to go to Saudi Arabia for more money, and
Still placed.
And still play
super high.
golf. So.
Shit.
Hey, can't be mad at him.
Well, it's golf.
Watch your horse little mouth.
It's golf.
Here it goes
Watch
again.
your horse mouth.
Shit.
Just because your whack ass don't know how to swing a club don't mean it's
Oh,
golf.
I can swing a club, all right.
Watch your knock-kneed face.
Right.
I can swing a club, all right.
What club are you talking about?
Golf club.
Yeah, it's that putter he's got.
Hey. And I always get a hole in one.
With a putter?
Oh, I swing for the fences, baby. I swing for the fences.
Shatter that shit swinging for the fence with a putter.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, Lord.
I can sink a niner.
Is that a niner in there? Are you coming from a walkie-talkie?
There's a 9-iron.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, my Lord.
Actually,
it's-
I actually did hit some golf balls last Tuesday.
Oh, yeah? Where at?
Yeah, Sunset Range. It's privately owned now. It's like Steven something. You know where Sunset Golf Course used to be off of West Watson?
Yeah.
It's the range that's right in front of it.
Okay.
When Sunset closed down, I guess they sold it to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And so even though it floods once, this guy's been keeping up with it. And I don't know, it's $15 for a fucking, there we go. Fucking $15 for a large bucket of balls. It took me almost an hour and a half to fucking go through.
That's not bad.
Without like speeding. Corey and Aaron blazed through those. They had to wait fucking 20 minutes for me to finish my bucket.
Yeah, I need to do that before I hit the golf courses. I need to hit the...
Right.
Probably go to Tower T.
Yeah, I kind
Beautiful.
of debating. Well, Tuesdays I usually go to the Post, and I wanted to check on the bartender there because last
Right. Because of Jackie.
yeah, Monday was the Monday was the funeral and stuff like that. So I wanted to see
Oh, snap.
if Christina went and figured while we were out there, I'm like, hey, we can do this. I can do
Right.
lunch. It's near 44, so those guys can get back home easy.
Right.
And then I
Did she go to the funeral?
She did, yeah. But she said she only knew a couple people there, but it was, as sad as you could expect.
Right.
And I felt bad not going, but I was like, I only know you and her, and I
Right.
don't know if it's, how am I going to explain to people how I know this woman? Like, it's going to be an awe, just, I don't know if I want to tell people how I know her.
No, just tell you met her at the bar. That's it.
Yeah, I
And she
met
was a couple times. She was good to you all times. That's it. You don't got to get personal.
It's past, but no.
But still, again, Michael Jones to your homie. With that, so anything else from you fellas?
Got anything, mate?
Well, something that I talked about at the bar the
Oh,
other day that
God,
I'd
here
like
we
to talk
go.
about. No, don't do that. It's an end to note. It's an end to note, you pansy. Don't worry about it. What I'm saying is this. I want to encourage everybody, and especially you three, as well as myself and anybody who's in cahoots with us, to let the ego go. I don't know what that might mean to anybody, but get out your own way. We had some great conversations about what the ego can do and where it can break a person or make a person. And I just want to, offer that out to y'all. If any place or any area.
It's funny you say that. I don't mean to cut you off. One of the companies I used to work for, good guy, named Keith Johannemeyer, a company called Luxury Sports and Imports. He said that to me when I was 23. He said, man, I see something in you because you got a good personality, you got a good heart, but you got to get out of your own way. Mm-hmm. And I took it to heart.
Yeah, get out your own way, man.
Gotta get out of your way.
I think ego stopping people.
Tend to be your own worst enemy.
Yeah.
It's
Stopping you from taking that jump off the porch, that one step to your success, because it's in the opposite direction. It's gonna, built off that pride that you want to have as a man or a female, for that matter. But yeah, man, just get out your own way. Get out the ego. That's all I
Good
got.
message. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
I'll have some dad jokes for next week, too.
All right.
I can't believe I didn't even ask Craig for a dad joke yesterday.
Oh, dude.
He had a really nasty one, but I don't remember the whole setup to it.
dude,
But it was when I was like, ooh, that's gross.
There's some good ones, man.
All right. So before we leave the show,
Bye, Tawny.
all right, sweetie. So before we leave the show, we must leave with a laugh, baby. So if one of you two, Nico or Daddy, get our final Florida man for the night. We have to get it out. For today's date, April 10th, 2023. Florida man, 2023.
I don't know if he's going to top old.
Oh,
old
no.
Carrie's.
I don't think so. Yeah, nobody topping that. Nah, that first one, oh, yeah.
And you
that was
missed
a
a
legend.
surprise guest tonight.
We had
Some
a
random
we had
lady came
a
up.
fan. We had a fan.
She might have had a couple 2-3 before she got up here.
Right. She had a fan. Oh, we had a fan come
She had
on.
a couple, 2, 3 already.
Yeah.
She came on
and she stole a beer out of the bucket.
Say what again?
Did she really?
On my dead mama.
Hey.
She stole a beer out of the bucket.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh my God.
Okay, she's definitely.
Uh-oh.
That's a
What
Florida
we got?
woman then.
What we got?
Florida woman, but
She does live in Destin. She does live in Destin.
Okay.
You are correct.
all right, here we go. We're gonna go with naked Florida man on trampoline gets arrested in slippery standoff. Yes, ladies and
fuck did
gentlemen.
you just read?
Yes, no, I saw that. I'm like, get the hell out
In a slippery standoff.
Yes. Another one. Florida man pleads guilty to selling fentanyl over the dark web. Yes. Yes, you heard fucking right. Over the dark web.
Over the dark web.
Come on, man.
That's the only way to sell fentanyl. I get it.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's hard out there.
Get in where you fit in. You
Right.
didn't fit in,
Right.
but you're about to get fit in.
Right, right.
I can't use that one. Really, I can't use that one.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
Here is something funny for you guys. And I'm going to end with this.
Oh man.
Yes, because our security sucks.
I mean,
And
he was
we will
patting him
have
down tonight, I
and we
saw
will
him.
have yeah, no, he's patting the women for own personal gain. Let that sink in. What's going on, man? What's going on? All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Netflix is making a TV series about Florida man, and it's coming this April. There it is. Netflix
Hell
is making
yeah.
a TV show about Florida man.
That's awesome.
That's beautiful.
That's awesome.
And
I mean, you can't top
see
that.
it? There it is.
I think that
And I won't top that. I won't
Can't
top
top
that.
it.
So with
Not
that,
today.
Daddy, anything for the week?
my oldest birthday's on Wednesday.
Hey,
Congratulations.
happy
The
birthday,
big
sweetheart.
1-5, baby. Miss
Fitting,
15.
fitting.
What
All
the
right.
fuck?
That's what's up, baby. Happy birthday to her. And I'll make sure I text you on that day.
Happy birthday.
Nico's our guest. What you got going on?
Man, shoot. Tonight, drinking. But you know, studying, still studying psychology. You know, moving through that and trying to put myself placement in that one. You know, still doing it at the bar though. You know,
Yeah.
working that therapy situation at the bar the best way I know how to do it.
That's what's up.
You know,
A lot of things you can diagnose there.
open air, dry shoulder for them all. But aside of that, man, I mean, being a father is all good for me. That's where I'm at, and yeah.
That's what's up. Stepdaddy.
Actually, a previous guest of ours retires on Friday.
Oh yeah.
Good old Gavin. His official
All right.
retirement is Friday.
Awesome.
That's what's
So
up, man.
I got to figure a way to get out of work a little early because they had to move the ceremony up an hour from 3 to 2. But it's over at Scott. So, but I mean that's the biggest thing I got going on this week, other than just getting back in the swing of being at work.
Boo.
Yeah, it was,
Right.
Exactly.
I wasn't that happy at 6 o'clock this morning. I was like, God damn, I'm gonna call in, and then I can't.
Right.
And then everybody thought Sean was like off today. I'm like, fuck, if everybody thought Sean was off, I should just went ahead and stayed my ass home.
Right. That man was calling my name.
Yep. But otherwise, I mean, that's the big major thing I got.
All right. Nothing big for myself. So yeah, we'll end like that. Great commentary. 2 good guests. Let's say 1 good guest and a very
one and a half.
We had this is probably the most interesting experience we've had surprise guest wise in a while
Oh, facts.
since
Yeah.
Zach and his girl.
Oh my God.
So yeah,
Oh,
that
God.
was weird.
That was a train.
But I do like how she tried to get interested in everything.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
it's,
she-
again first
she had a
time.
good time, it's fine.
But six sheets to the wind. So she tried.
Yeah, do you?
Bless her heart, babe. Bless her heart. I mean, she from St. Louis, but she moved to Florida, so you know how they mind work.
It's already,
woman.
It's already infiltrating her brain.
Right.
Right.
It's
Florida
that-
woman.
They blame it on the sun, dog.
Florida woman.
The sun does something different though.
Florida man woman.
I mean, Milli Vanilli tried to blame it on the rain. It rains a lot in Florida too.
Yes, it does. Hurricanes the fuck out of there. So yeah. But no. Again, so we'd like to thank our boy Nico's coming out, no doubt.
Love you,
Appreciate it, brother.
Always a pleasure.
Our wild guest who's no longer here,
Carrie Geist.
Thank you, love, for coming through with the shots. Appreciate it. our guests watching at home and people watching here, thank you very much. So with that said, for Nico, Stepdaddy, Daddy, I am the Guy King. Thank you very much. We will see y'all next week.
Bye, Felicia.
I like that. It's very bye, Felicia. Okay, I gotta get that video real quick.
All right.
Now are crazy. The conversations that come up. This is literally why I started coming, man. I didn't like. It's interesting to be a part of.